Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. What the heck? We have Echo. Holy bananas. Live streaming, technical difficulties. Oh boy. All right. Hey, I'm Rob, and this is Rob's Gaming Table. If you're new here, we mainly play physical tabletop games that are made of paper, cardboard, and plastic. But sometimes we also play digital versions of those paper, plastic and cardboard and whatever games that have usually really nice art on them. Because you can't always take a large box of board game components into the washroom with you while you do your business. So sometimes you need digital versions to make that happen. And the Hero Realms digital app, having it eventually on your phone or tablet, or I guess laptop, or projector, I guess if you're balling, you can eventually do that. And that's what it's going to do. It's currently on Kickstarter. It's published by Wise Wizard Games. I'm sure most of you who've been in the hobby for a bit know about a little game, and truly a little game called Star Realms, that came out. When did it come out? Like 2014 or something like that. Here. Yeah, 2014. So Star Realms, a sci-fi version of this game. It's not exactly the same, but this Star Realms game went crazy. I was at the Gen Con it first came out. I remember CEO of formerly known as White Wizard Games, now it's known as Wise Wizard Games. He pitched the game to me there when I was there. I stopped by the booth, and he was just working at the booth, and I had no idea who he was. He has an awesome name, obviously, being Rob also. But yeah, he just explained to me. I think my wife was with me, maybe some friends. I don't remember, but I just remember going up to this little booth, and they're all running around, piles of Star Realms, little card boxes. I wish I had one beside me. It's a tiny little game that you can play two players out of. It's straight deck building. So by deck building, for those that don't know, means you sit down on the table, you crack open a pile of cards, you get 10 cards to start with, and that is your little deck. But throughout the game, you're deck building. It's not one of those, you pull out 1,000 cards, you spread them out on the table, or binders of cards, and you try to build your deck before showing up at the table. It's not like that kind of deck building. It is, you want to build it as you play. So building your deck is like a core mechanic of the game. It's all based around that. And sorry, I was just thrown off because I noticed. Never mind. I'll show you guys in a sec. I just noticed something in the app that's kind of funny. But anyways, so this is like true straight deck building. You could buy it in a little like $10, $15 game. Play Star Realms. It was sci-fi. You sit across from one player. There was a mode where you can buy 2 boxes, play 4-player. I played, I don't know, probably hundreds of hours of Star Realms physically in person. With many players. I've taught many players that game, Star Realms. It's a nice, if you just want a card game where you're battling against somebody, and not have to know a meta or a huge card pool or anything like that. Like it was great for taking to work because it's super small. And I used to take it to the office and play on lunch hour. I just teach somebody, hey, you want to get in on this, and people would stop by. I wonder what we're playing, and then we bust out some of those 4-player games. But eventually, Wise Wizard Games made a fantasy version with some tweaks. And of course, I was all in. Backed it on Kickstarter, got it early, was teaching people at work. It comes in a box where you can play 4-player right out of the box. And yeah, right here. So it's like twice the size basically of the Star Realms sci-fi original box. But it had enough cards in it to play the same kind of game, a deck building game. You can have, 2 to 4 players around the table, all buying cards from a market in the middle of the table, slowly building their decks, making turns, making plays, deciding who they're going to attack. You can turtle, you can build a deck that's around gaining health and just outlasting your opponents. You can, being defensive. You could be trolling your opponents, ripping cards out of their hand, doing damage to them. You can be using what are called champions, or cards that stay in play turn after turn, to get combos going off, or a defensive wall of guard versions of champions. But it's just straight clean deck building, like so simple, so easy to teach. And yeah, I pulled some people into the hobby with that Star Realms game, and then eventually Hero Realms. So Hero Realms has a special place in my heart. I've played tons and tons of hours physically with it. And like many fans of Hero Realms and Star Realms, and of the publisher Wise Wizard Games, we've been scratching our head wondering why there was no digital app. Because Star Realms came out with a digital app pretty soon after that game became really popular. And then when Hero Realms dropped, it was even more popular right off the start because it didn't, everyone just knew, okay, it's built off of Star Realms. Star Realms is great. They didn't ruin the formula. They put fantasy on it, which a lot of tabletop gamers love the fantasy theme. You know, you got orcs and wizards and knights and archers and stuff. It looks beautiful. The art's great. And I love the fantasy theme, so I like fantasy better than sci-fi. Not that the theme is really that huge in the game or anything. Like, it's mainly about the mechanics, in my opinion. But yeah, I just got hooked and played tons and tons of it. And I was like, where is the app of this version? Because they eventually, you guys know on this channel, we love playing campaigns and legacy games and, story-driven games. But they came out with a campaign expansion that turns the game into co-op slash solo, and you can play through a branching path campaign, a short little campaign, out of another cheap little like $20, $25 box, full of cards. And they came out with little booster packs, like little tiny packs with like 10 cards in them or something, to make your own hero unique. Normally, base deck building games, you sit down, everyone starts with the same cards in their starting deck. But the cool thing about this game and some other deck builders, eventually they come out with an expansion. They did in this game. They came out with little booster packs. So if you like the wizard, you like the thematically playing as a wizard, you could go buy the $5 little wizard booster pack. Now you have a unique starting deck compared to everyone else at the table. You have some cards that start in play that give you unique abilities that make you play different than your opponents. And those are in the app already, which is kind of neat. But we originally had to wait for those to kind of come out a little bit later. So we played base Hero Realms for a while, eventually incorporated starter characters. So you sit down at the table and you say, who wants the archer, who wants the wizard, who wants the warrior, and they start off with like, maybe more attack or some cool spells or something, which was kind of neat. And I like that. It's bringing in some of the game mechanics and themes I like into a deck builder to kind of beef it up a little bit. But they recently released a second campaign expansion to continue, and I think there was a third one on Kickstarter a while ago. So the game is alive and well, coming out with expansions. It's a sweet little deck builder game where you can play a co-op or solo campaign, fight against AI. You don't have to play against an opponent, and it's perfect for an app, like perfect for an app, which you'll see here, why Star Realms is so popular. But they have online tournaments. They have tournaments at conventions. Players can win their picture on cards. They can help design cards. Wise Wizard Games has a background of professional Magic the Gathering, the guys who run the company. So they were trying to find a cheaper way to get people playing in tournaments, playing card games, to be able to jump into a game like this and not be so daunting like something like Magic with a huge meta, huge card pool, constant rotation, constant sets dropping. These guys only drop a set like once every year, once every couple years for their games. But you don't need that stuff. You can just have a nice little game on your shelf, a filler kind of game, a game you can play in like 30 minutes. And that's what these games are. And that's why they're perfect for an app game that you're playing on your phone or your tablet. You want it to be quick. You want to be able to get in online, play a quick match, get off. But they also have asynchronous play. This beta I'm playing today, I'm playing the beta version from the Kickstarter. You can find the Kickstarter link in the video description for more information. We'll look at it here, what's available in the Kickstarter too. So we're going to take a look at the beta app that I have full faith in, that they're going to keep adding content to it. They do that throughout the Kickstarter. I've backed their projects before with the Epic card game, that app. I was in there with the beta. I played the beta, watching them add features, fix bugs all the time throughout it. I watched it when it got full release. They constantly patch it, balance it, add new cards to it, new DLC to it. They're pretty good at supporting their apps. They've been supporting the Star Realms app, I feel like, for like 8 years or something crazy. Maybe it's not that long. It came out in like 2014, so that doesn't make sense, but 5 years maybe, I don't know. But they've been supporting the app for a while. They've been supporting the Epic card game app for a few years. So they keep improving, they keep patching, they keep adding new content. So as they come out with physical expansions, they'll eventually add them into the digital app, which is kind of neat. So hey everyone in the chat, hello. You guys have any questions during the stream, let me know. Full disclosure, I'm not being paid for this stream. I'm just a huge fan of Hero Realms. They did send out an email saying, hey, if you're interested in getting on the beta, here is a code. And I've done that before with them. So they, I guess, just had me on a mail list, sent me a code. So I got this code from them for free. So I haven't backed it on Kickstarter or anything like that. I'm just part of the beta, I guess. But I wanted to be able to show you guys it live on stream. And they said, that's all cool. So, but yeah, I don't care what they think of my streams. You guys know I'm fully open, fully honest. I'll rip on things, but keep in mind this is a beta, so I'm going to be a little more gentler on it, because I've been through the whole beta process with this publisher specifically and a few others. So I can't rip on things that are like day 2 in a Kickstarter. This one is a lot further along, I feel, than Epic the card game was, which should make sense since it's built off an existing. It seems like it's built off what they've learned from those apps for Epic the card game and Star Realms Digital. I just don't know what the heck took so long. That's my first complaint. Why am I playing Hero Realms, the app, in 2021? Um, yeah, this should have been like Star Realms was so popular digitally and physically, like it just made sense they should have lined up the digital app to come out the same time the physical product came out, like when they were launching Hero Realms. It just blows my mind they didn't jump on that. They could have been making mad bank off of this app too that whole time. Especially having it ready prior pandemic would have been huge, but better late than never, I guess. But yeah, hello, everybody. Hello. I see you guys there in the chat. Sakabra, yes, you know. Sakabra's saying in the chat, hey, psst, you, want to play some Star Realms? First game's free. So let's talk about Star Realms because that might make you guys understand for those who are interested in backing the Kickstarter or not. Just go look at the history of Star Realms, what that app has, and you'll kind of understand what will be available when Hero Realms is available full release and after, and the future of it as long as it has players playing it and making in-app purchases and that kind of stuff. Jerry, technically the game is not releasing full release till summer 2022, unless you want to get in on the Kickstarter now. Part of the benefit of the Kickstarter is, yes, you'll overpay for the game pretty much, but you basically get almost a full year of beta access to an unfinished game. So if that sounds awesome to you, and you just want to play it, even if it might be buggy, even if it might not have all the features you're looking for, and you'll have to wait a full year till some of those features come out and beyond. If you just want to quick and dirty play some Hero Realms on an app and can't wait 1 year, they didn't get in on the Kickstarter. That's basically the quick and dirty. But we'll look at there's more benefits to it, more tier levels, pledge levels, whatever. And we'll go into that stuff. But yeah, Star Realms can be very addictive, especially the app, since you don't have to shuffle, no setup. You can find an opponent in 2 seconds. You can play against AI. There is solo-ish, co-op-ish stuff in there. They've added tons of expansions, so if you want to go crazy and purchase all those, add them to your game, you can pretty much mirror the physical content you can own. You don't ever need to own any physical content. You can just play in the app, and if you don't want to play with people in person, you can go that route too, which is awesome. I personally like the physical aspect of it, but then the idea that I could just play and not having to set it up, shuffle, find an opponent, set up a game night for everyone to play, is pretty awesome. But then I also did that and then worked it in at lunch hours at work, so I felt like I was double dipping and it was all good. But yeah, I really like the Star Realms app and the Epic card game app. I really like that app a lot too. I just haven't played that in a while. Haven't played Star Realms in a while either on digital, but it was like the first tabletop gaming digital app I purchased on Android, I think, way back in the day. Or spent money in, I guess. I think it was always free, but to unlock the full game, it still costs money. All right, so let's take a look at that. Let's see if I can get that on the screen here. All right. So here's Star Realms. So Star Realms, it is ranked 121 out of all board tabletop card games of all time on BoardGameGeek.com, the largest board gaming database website. So it's just shy of the top 100 games of all time, and we're talking like 100,000 games or whatever, or less, 90,000, something like that. I don't know what it's at now, but ranked game. So it's 121. So it's really high up there, really popular. It came out in 2014. I don't know when the app came out, but it's been out for a long time. And then 2 years later, they double dipped with the fantasy version called Hero Realms that we're talking about today, which was really cool. Fans were asking for it. Everyone in tabletops, they got the sci-fi fans, you got the fantasy fans. Sometimes those crossover, but it seems like some people have their taste. Like I prefer fantasy, but I'm not adverse to sci-fi. I like sci-fi too, but yeah, when I heard they're doing a fantasy version, then you could, make custom or have unique characters playing and play co-op and campaigns and all this, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm in. But yeah, it's 207. So I mean, that's insane for a tiny little like $20 card game. Like, that's nuts. But yeah, customizable, not 20 out of all customizable games. So like technically, it's ranked higher than Magic the Gathering amongst board game tabletop players. Which is cool. Just under some Keyforge products here. Oh, Game of Thrones, nice. Played that for a while. X-Wing. We got Lord of the Rings, LCG, Netrunner, Marvel Champions, Arkham Horror. So it's up with the big boys. It's up there with the big boys. So this is like a well-known game. Like lots of people have ranked it and played it. So, you know, it's a big deal that's coming out in digital, I think. I hope it's not too late, though. I don't know if people have moved past this kind of game, and if there's some other deck builders that maybe just people would rather be playing digital. Like nowadays, you're competing with like Hearthstones and Magic the Gathering online, Pokemon digital online, all this stuff. So people have lots of alternatives to play card games against people or AI online, I guess. But yeah. So let's check out the Kickstarter. I was browsing through it a bit before we started. Um, oh, Darren's never played Star Realms or Hero Realms. Will you talk through turn one? You start play? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll explain how the game works. Yeah. Fully explain. You could literally, Darren, before I'm done going over the Kickstarter, you could go read the entire rules. It's like a tiny. I'll show you here. The rules, like it's a small package. There's a cute little rule book here, or a pamphlet, I guess. But the rules are available online. You just search Hero Realms rules. It's like a little 14-page, two-side. It's like a legal size page, two sides. Like that's it. That's the rules for the game. It's so straightforward. You could read through them in like 5 minutes. But I will explain it to you. Don't worry. You don't have to do that. I will go over it, but you'll get it in like 2 seconds. You'll just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. It's so straightforward. It's not as complex as like Aeon's End and these other deck builders that have come out since that have evolved on deck building, or like we've seen Lost Runes of Arnak or Dune Imperium that have some deck building incorporated, but it's just like a fraction of the mechanics. This game is like deck building is the mechanic. That's it, pretty much. So it's just you're deck building, you're getting money, you're buying cards, you're punching your opponent, you're trying to survive. That's it. Straightforward. There's no worker placement mixed in, no drafting, none of that stuff. I think you can do draft though. I'm pretty sure you can do draft with Star Realms. I don't know if you can do it with this version, but I think so. There's a whole bunch of modes you can play too. There's like team variants, like I said, co-op variants, solo variants. There's drafting. There's you could just play your faction, so you could just get all the cards of your one faction. I know that's an Epic the card game. I don't know if that's possible with this. If like you can, I don't remember if there was those modes in this game or Star Realms. But Epic's very similar kind of to a base design, but you pre-build your deck. But you can play on the fly, drafting and stuff like that. I'm just getting them confused. I might be totally confusing what's in Epic with what was available in Hero Realms. It's been a while for all those games. But anyways, I'll show you how the base game works here. All right, so first let's go over the Kickstarter. So they got a U.S. goal of $10,000. They've I guess crushed it. If it's a real goal, who knows? I think they would have made the app anyway. They'll make money off it. I don't think they really needed to do a Kickstarter. They just needed to make the game and get it out there, and they would start making money pretty much instantly. But why not get a bunch of money up front, pay your employees, not have to worry, get kind of a nice loan, an interest-free loan kind of thing from Kickstarter ahead of time. Like, why not? It's there, right? People will pay. But anyways, and then you get paid while you're working on it. Sweet deal. So they have the hero tier, and the deal with the hero tier, let's see. You can back now to get beta access starting next month. So you don't get access to this beta. You cannot play with me today. I'm sorry. Unless I guess you're in a tester, a beta tester, or I guess press or whatever, a reviewer maybe. Maybe we'll see someone online. We can play or we can challenge somebody. I don't know who else is in on this beta test. I don't know, and we'll get crushed, I'm sure. But anyways, you get access to the beta starting next month. So basically, after the Kickstarter ends, it's only a 9-day Kickstarter, very short, very short. But you get to play basically for a year while they're updating it. You get to get feedback. You can get involved. You can say, we don't like this. We want that. Get us this. We found this bug. Whatever you want. You can be very involved. Or you can just passively play and get emails every now and then that say, hey, we added this to the game. You're going to lose all your save games. We're clearing the app, rebooting it, or install this update so you can play. Oh, I just see my link just popped up on the app in front of me. I'll show you guys that in a sec. Let's see, Rob's gaming table. What's this in the app? Whoa, that's cool. All right, props there. Wise Wizard Games, nicely done. All right, so you get the digital base set with online play. You get all those figure packs or character packs or whatever they were called physically. So right off the bat, you don't have to wait for those to come out. They're available right away. You'll see them. We can play as a cleric, a fighter, ranger, thief, and wizard, who all have different unique starting decks and starting cards and abilities. So originally, like with the physical product, those came out later at retail, I'm pretty sure. And then you get all that plus $30 in gems. So technically, if you back at the hero tier for 25 US dollars and there's no shipping, we do not have to worry about delays based on shipping containers, port strikes, Chinese factories shutting down, anything like that. This is all being developed at Wise Wizard Games. It's a digital app, so looking at a tabletop-ish Kickstarter, it's funny to not put that math in there of shipping costs, delays, all that stuff. There might be delays, but it's on app development, you know. But you get $30 in gems. So technically, if you're gonna spend those gems and you don't mind cosmetic items and expansions and stuff, I believe you can spend those gems on entering tournaments, usually cosmetic stuff based on past experience. But I'm not 100% sure what else you can spend it on. But it's basically like you're getting $5 in stuff in the game. If you give them 25 now, you get 30 back later in the game in credit, which is kind of neat. Like right there, it's like, okay, if you're going to play it a lot and you want to change your avatar and, you know, get some alternate art cards and stuff like that in the app and enter a bunch of tournaments, I mean, that's not a bad deal. I'm not complaining about that. But if you're just going to play it casually, you can just wait till full release, dabble in the app. It's free to try, and then you can unlock it for like $5, and then you can play online. You can play other modes that are included offline and stuff like that. They let you try it for free, but to unlock the full game, it's usually like $5. So, you know, it's your call. It's your call whether you want to support it. But this one here at the end, your name or username in the app credits. Well, I don't know how many people actually look at credits in apps nowadays, but you can get your name in there, which is cool. So that might be worth it for some people. So legend account. So this is $99 US is this tier, the legend account. So you're like overpaying like crazy if you think about it. Like this app's gonna be free, and to unlock the base game is like $5. But if you play Hero Realms and you know you love the crap out of all the cardboard and you know the card stock they've printed, all the expansions have come out, you've backed all their Kickstarters, you're super into this game, you're tracking down all the little booster packs and adding those to your game, and you've played Star Realms, you just love these games, you're still playing them today, and you know you're gonna be playing them for years, you might as well get the legendary if this is who this is for, because you get every expansion for the life of the app. So over the next few years, as they release DLC expansions, they're not all going to be available day one. I highly doubt that. We've seen in Star Realms, they've slowly trickled them out. You know, they'll come out in physical. They'll be in the app like a year later. This is how it is. A little frustrating. That bothers me a little bit, how stuff's not available like right away. Like I want to play with the new cards in person, but I also want to try them out in the app. But it's usually you have to wait a while for them to be available. But you get every expansion for the life of the app. So you're like pre-buying a bunch of DLC. And we'll look at the prices of the DLC in the Star Realms app to get an idea. You get unlimited gems, so you can buy any cosmetics, enter all the tournaments you like, all free for the life of the app. So you never have to buy in-game currency. You are like in. You spend $100 now, US, and you're in for life. You never have to pay for anything. Something shows up in your app, a new DLC, you click it, it's yours. You want to join a tournament, you know, every Saturday, and never have to buy in-game currency, and you know you want to buy that cool special wizard costume, you can buy that. You want to get that flashy gold alternate art card, you can buy that, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you're a hardcore and you know you're going to be in this game for hours and hours and hours and hours for years, and you like showing up to, you know, the table and your cards look cooler than your opponents, you know, and you want to floss and ball and all that kind of stuff, you know, you can do that by being a legend backer, which is crazy to me. I wouldn't do this, but if I think about it, like, will I play those expansions? And I know I really haven't in Star Realms Digital, so that's why I wouldn't back it at that level personally. But I mean, if you in Star Realms already own a bunch of expansions, you know you spent a whole bunch of money, you know, it's like you're kind of like, you know, I believe in this app, you know, I believe in the company. Throw them some money up front, and they'll hook you up for life for this game. And you get some Kickstarter exclusive alternate arts for your characters. Mm. But yeah, so that's basically what you're backing it for. Other than that, it's Hero Realms. They're going to be adding stuff as it goes. So stuff will not be available day one. You can read how the game works, watch some gameplay videos, but you're going to see that today. What else? What else? Oh yeah, you'll be able to play online ranked games. You can play online kind of casual games. You can play asynchronous games eventually. Or you can play asynchronous games now, but you can play live games eventually where you basically have like 2 minutes to take your turn. So that way you can finish a game in like 20 minutes, you know, that kind of thing. Which that's like my favorite mode. So I can just start a game, get it done. But I do like the async mode, you know, if you're busy. So you're on your lunch break, you take a few turns in the game, but then you got to go back to work. You know, and then the opponent, you know, they're in a different time zone. They take some turns, you know, they take their turn. You get back, your game's ready. I like that option's there, and that's the only option that's available in the beta right now. But they'll add the other one later, I'm sure. You have a pit fight mode, where you can fight against AI trying to level up, which is cool. The co-op mode and stuff is currently in development and will be made available during the beta. So there's no co-op by default in the beta. It won't be available right away, but like I saw with Epic, same deal. They add this stuff later. So it's releasing summer 2022, but you may not have like co-op play until, you know, January, March. Who knows? I have no idea, but just based on past experience, that's what probably will happen. So yeah, you can check out more details on here, but that's basically the gist of it. You have those two backing levels, but again, you could just wait for this and it'll in summer 2022-ish, maybe later, maybe earlier, who knows. It will be available to just probably try it for free, and it'll be more complete, less bugs, and then you can pay for some full game unlocking and some DLC later. You know, it's up to you if you're not sure. But like I said, it's already exists. This app basically exists in a sci-fi version, so you can go download Star Realms right now and try it out, and you'll get an idea of what's involved and what's available. And we'll look at that right now. So for Star Realms, here's just the Steam page. This is PC. They've made this available on PC. Android and iOS is what the other app versions are usually available for. I think eventually it'll be available on Mac through Steam, but not till release, I think. But yeah, you can play for free. Same on Android, iOS. But you can see here there is the full version of the game, costs $5.49 Canadian, so like $5 US. But if we go browse all here, let me show you. How do we do this? No, there's a way. Where do we see all this? Yeah, right here, browse. So there's like 17 products you could buy in the Star Realms app. So most of this stuff, I think all of it's probably available in physical products for the game over the years. But you can get command decks for $8, Frontier promos for like $4 here. You can Star Realms Frontier events, whatever that is, $2. You know, $2, $5, you know, $4 is kind of all these expansions. There's the full game, $5.49 Canadian. You can upgrade to the full version, unlock 9 new campaign missions. You unlock multiplayer, and perhaps most excitingly, a robust online multiplayer mode. So you could just like play against the AI and try the game out with Hero Realms. I'm assuming they'll do kind of the same release model, maybe not, where you can try it for free when the app's available on your favorite platform, and then if you really like it, you spend $5 in app, and boom, now you can play online against people. It'll unlock some more multiplayer modes, and then you can pick and choose your DLC as it releases and what you want to play within the app, and you can always turn on and off card collections and stuff, which is really cool. Steph in the chat saying, really simple deck builders, but so much fun. I agree. It's just like, just straightforward. You can not play these. Like I haven't played Hero Realms for like a year or two. But man, I pick it up. I look at a couple cards and I go, oh, I remember how this works. Like it's just a nice low barrier of entry. But the fun, like time versus fun, there's a lot of value there. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just very addictive. Like everyone I've shown Star Realms and Hero Realms, they've gone and bought it themselves like almost the same day. And then they bug me to play and play again, and then they start asking about other games, and it's like a great gateway deck builder. Whether you want the fantasy or the sci-fi version. So, and again, you can just try it in the app first before you even buy a physical product, which is kind of cool. Oh, yes. If you do back it, you get, sorry, that's the other thing. I think if you back the Kickstarter, you won't have to buy the app on all the platforms. So if you have like an iOS tablet, an Android phone, and you decide you want to play on like your laptop or desktop, for PC or Mac, you don't have to buy the game in all the different stores. I think backing on the Kickstarter, you get all of them. I'm pretty sure. That's the other advantage. And the cool part is, which I like to do with Star Realms, sometimes I'd be playing a game on the computer on a bigger screen, you know, or my laptop laying back on the couch, take a few turns, you know, shut my computer off, and then later I'm on my phone. You know, I'm sitting in a lineup, you know, or the waiting room at the doctor's office or something, and I'm just taking a few more turns, and you can log in with your same account. It's one account cross-platform, and you can totally pick up where you left off in your async games. and it saves all your progress on all 3 apps, which is kind of cool. So if you are a multi-platform person, not just living in one digital ecosystem, they do have a nice app system on the back end that saves your progress across all your purchases across all the apps, I believe. So I believe if you went and bought all the DLC in one app, you can log in iOS. I think this works even if you don't back the Kickstarter, because I'm pretty sure if you buy stuff in the Android App Store and then you come into the iOS, I think you can restore your purchases, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm not 100% on that. But there's a feature to restoring your purchases. So if you like sold your phone, bought a new phone, you could log into that phone, download the Star Realms app, and I'm assuming eventually Hero Realms app, log in with your account, click restore purchases, and if you bought a bunch of stuff before, it'll just pull it in. I just don't know if it has to be from that same app store. And if anyone in the chat knows, let me know. But again, it could work different with Hero Realms. It's like, it is technically a different app, you know, different development and all that stuff. So who knows if it's going to be exactly the same as Star Realms. But anyways, all right. And hello, Kanjay. How's it going? How's it going? Just taking a look at some Hero Realms digital today. All right. So here's the app. It looks so pretty already. There is some music. If I can, you guys can probably hear it. Let me turn it on for myself. Hopefully the music's kind of low. I might turn it off just so I'm not. I don't know if their music's purchased from somebody or they made it themselves. I just don't need my channel getting flagged for stealing music and stuff like that. But yeah, you can listen to it for a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. But it's just I don't know if it's placeholder music, but it reminds me of the Epic the card game music, where it's just some fantasy music. Sometimes when you get your opponent down to like 10 health or 20 health, it ramps up to some like loud music, you know, some epic combat music. And when they're down to like 1 health, it'll change, something like that. I noticed it was doing that in this app too, which is pretty cool. Thank you, Yogi. Thank you. Music sounds good. Okay. I turned it down. So in the settings here, this is what's available in the beta so far. We got, you know, full screen windowed. I messed with some of the volumes. They were all cranked before. So hopefully the sound effects aren't too loud, because they're a little louder than the music, but just let me know. I'll keep the music kind of low. We'll play with it for a while. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we don't get flagged. Worst case, I'll take the video down and just play. I'm going to play this again, so I'll definitely do more streams of this game. I'm excited, especially as they add new stuff through the beta. I definitely want to check out, because like I said, I've played through the first campaign box, and I love it. I love the co-op stuff in this game, so I'm excited when that stuff's added to the beta later. We'll definitely be playing that on stream for sure. But yeah. You see here, when you're playing the beta on the bottom left, I know you probably can't see it, but there is like an FPS counter, how much memory the game's using, what version it is, all this stuff. So there's just little things like that you'll notice when you're playing the beta that will not be there in the final version. You don't have to worry. But you click the rules, it'll take you to a PDF. Card gallery I've not clicked on. Oh, that opens up a website. A Hero Realms app. Okay, cool. Cool. Or Hero Realms web app, sorry. With the cards in a database. So what's in the app so far? You can play online, supposedly. You can play against AI, which we'll do today for sure. Maybe we'll try an online game if we can find somebody. There's this pit fight mode. Which I've not tried yet. Let's see what it is. Does it explain to us what this is? I think it just said in the Kickstarter it was just like you're grinding, trying to level up your character. There's Pit Fight Arcade, which I'm assuming is less hardcore with no leveling up or something. I don't know. This before told me what these were when I clicked on them, but I guess it saved that. Oh, right here, the question mark. So Pit Fight, challengers wanted. You step into the pit and test your skill against Thandar's greatest warriors. Each victory will bring you closer to the title of Champion of Thandar. You choose a hero. You start at level 1, and you'll be matched against a random level 1 AI opponent. Each win will level up your hero and pit you against a tougher opponent. Go undefeated. If you win all of your games to become the... You gotta win all of your games to become the champion. But lose a single match and you're out. You gotta start over. This is like... this is a grind fest right here. This is cool. Okay, I like this. So they probably just added this in to give you something to do while they finish developing the content they've released in physical form, which is cool. Should be cool. All right. All right, let's see what the chat is saying here. First seconds here. Have you played all the campaign? No, but we've played the first box. I played it on stream actually a while back. But I will play it again multiplayer. I played just solo to try it out. But now that I have the second box, I want to play through it from the start with Mel or with someone else. We'll see. But I do want to play it on the channel. The physical campaign, 100% we will play on the channel in the near future. This was a surprise to me. I got an email yesterday about this game finally coming to digital. I thought it was never going to happen. I've been asking for it for years. But when I got the email like yesterday saying this was available in beta, coming to Kickstarter, I was like, I'm all in. I played a game last night, and I was like, okay, this is solid to stream. I'm gonna stream it. Let's do it. It's in a decent state already. Hopefully it doesn't crash on us in the middle of the stream. But I'm not gonna be hard on it. It is a beta. It is a beta. I can't complain. Kate saying if you haven't yet, you need to play the second campaign box. It's even better. Oh boy, I like the first one. It's pretty cool. I was surprised in the little box they had branching paths. Like you could maybe on a playthrough not play, you know, one of the scenarios or whatever. So then you kind of want to play it again, make a different choice or whatever. It's kind of neat. Yeah, that's cool. I do like the multiplayer version. Like I've played way more of this game fighting against one to three other players around a table. I've played it like over 100 hours easy. Just Hero Realms, not to mention all the times I played Star Realms. But yeah, I played tons of this game back in the day, but haven't played it recently, other than playing the digital game yesterday to kind of refresh myself. All right, so let's talk about the game. Let's go to play AI. So they got easy, medium, and hard. Oh, look, I have 100% wins in the top right. So actually, I'm not gonna play so that I can stay at 100% for life. So we're just gonna close it and end the stream now, since I don't want to ruin my record. But thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Just kidding, just kidding. All right. But yeah, we'll just, I guess, play easy. We have first, second saying you should play the Ranger, which of course you guys know I always pick the Ranger character in like every fantasy game we play on the channel to start. Yeah, we can try the Ranger, and we can just play against a random opponent, I guess. Yeah, it looks already pretty, man. Obviously, they've made games like this already with Epic and Star Realms, so they're not new to making digital apps. So, like, I'm not surprised it already looks pretty nice coming out of the gate. But I am a huge fan of games that have full card art and text, full rectangular cards on the table and in every view. I'm not a fan of the little Hearthstone format that everyone started adopting, of the tiny little ovals with just symbols on them, no card text. You got to remember things based on these, you know, a little section of the art. I like seeing full cards, but I'm like a tabletop gamer. I love playing physical product, and this makes me feel that I'm looking at the same product I own on the table in a digital form. Huge fan of that, which I like that they kept that route and they didn't give in to that trend, which I like. Some people will think it looks dated because of that, but I love it. I love it. I can see the full art, which is nice. So great. Boom. Hey, here's the problem, Darren. Darren's saying now tell Asmodee Digital to make Arkham the card game digital. The problem is not enough people, including you, Darren, didn't spend enough hours playing Lord of the Rings, the adventure card game or whatever it eventually was called, in digital form when that came out. And eventually they had to close the studio. They lost a lot of money, I'm sure. Now there's a new studio working on the game. There's still nobody playing it. So that game has sold, I'm assuming over the years, more product than Arkham. And if the Lord of the Rings can't make a dent digitally, I'm not sure they want to attempt it with Arkham. That's what I think. But who knows? They might secretly be working on it, and it might come out and people might love it. But it's hard to say if they did that trial and like it fell flat. Like, I liked the digital Lord of the Rings card game. I thought it was fine. But man, like, nobody gave a crap about that game. Nobody. Like, it just fell flat on its face. I'm sure they spent a lot of money on development on that game, promoting that game, and it just, like, nobody cared. So I can understand if Asmodee Digital's like, we're never doing an LCG in digital again. No thanks. But yeah. Kate still plays it. Well, Kate, you need to make other people play it, because definitely based on the views on the videos I played it, trying to find people playing online, going into the groups and the Reddits and the Facebooks online, there is nobody that really cares about that game, to be honest. Like, compared to other games, right? So it's just like, you can get a sense based on how many people are in groups and stuff like that, that it's just like, nobody cares. And that's unfortunate. I like it. I think it's a great game, but it's just not enough people talking about it. And if from a business point of view, right, you need people playing it, talking about it, streaming it. Like, go to Twitch. How many people are streaming it? None? A couple? Maybe you'll find one person at a weird hour in another language, maybe, you know? That's what I see. But yeah, it's just, you can just tell there's no promotion of it, unfortunately. But yeah. All right. Anyways, so for those that don't know, let me just turn down the volume in my ear here. Okay, so we have a market in the middle of the board here. There's a giant deck of cards that you normally have when you're playing. It's like an 80 card deck to start with before you even start jamming expansions in. So you have off of that deck, you draw the market, which consists of 4 factions. I don't remember their names, but there's the blue faction that is based around thieves. I think they deal with champions, stunning, and stuff like that. I can see on one card, but I know it's all about the money with these guys. But they have a little mix of other things. Every faction does some damage. Every faction, you know, can gain you money and stuff like that a little bit. But the blue faction's basically very focused. My memory is telling me it was very focused on gaining money and getting cards for free and tutoring your deck, I think. The red faction is straight damage and filtering your deck, getting rid of cards out of your deck. So your garbage little starter cards like this +1 gold we see at the bottom. I'm going first, so I have a starting hand of 3 cards I draw off my 10 card starting deck, which is roughly the same as my opponent, but again, we're playing with the archer, so she'll have a few different starting cards. My opponent will have a few different starting cards that are unique, but in general, we have some money cards and some light attack cards in our deck at the beginning, and maybe an ability or two. But you don't want to have those in your deck the whole game, right? Possibly. So one strategy is going red, getting red cards, and some of those cards will help you destroy cards out of your deck, like get them out of your deck for the rest of the game. The yellow faction, they are all about healing. And I think discarding cards from your opponent's hands, I think is what they have going on, if I remember correctly. But you can heal, and you can go above your starting health. So it looks like I start at 58. My opponent's starting at 60. I don't know why that is. I think maybe I have an ability that does that. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe that's Archer starting to balance out her cards, her starting cards. But you can heal up, like, I've gone up to like 100 health before just by building an engine fully around yellow and guard cards. And I'll explain what those are in a second. But you can just keep healing and healing and healing. So you can play that kind of mentality. Or there's green, which we see none of in the starting row here. And that faction is like the wild faction full of beasts and stuff. And it's like heavy damage, lots of card draw. And yeah, that's all I remember. Just tons of damage, like huge damage coming out of that. They're just oh, different character packs start with different health. Oh, okay, thank you guys. I couldn't remember. It's been so long since I played this stuff. But these little circles in the bottom left are your starting cards. So we have the Archer, so starting with 58. She has this little unique card, an ability card that stays in play. So this card is replaced by a circle. So it is kind of doing some of that Hearthstone stuff, but I guess to keep the app clean. But you can always click on it and look at it here. Steady shot. I can trash it, so leaves the game, leaves my deck, leaves my play area, is out of the game for the rest of the game to stun a non-guard with defense of 4 or less. Okay, so stunning is basically you just destroying a champion out of play. So in this game, there is actions, items, and champions. So actions and items, you just play them from your hand. They can give you gold, give you attack, do abilities, whatever. Then they go to your discard pile after your turn's done. They clean up, they go in your discard pile. Eventually, you'll draw through your deck. You'll get everything from your discard pile, shuffle it up, and draw more from your deck. And you just keep cycling through your deck. That's part of a deck building game. Your deck continues to grow throughout the game as you spend gold to buy cards from that center market. And when you buy a card from the center market, it goes to your discard pile, and eventually will make its way through your deck, and you hope to draw it at some point and combo cards together and make an engine and that kind of stuff. Which is basically there's engine building in a deck builder. That's why I really like deck builders. I love engine building, and you're basically crafting a little engine with your deck that you're hoping works out with your shuffles and stuff and what you've designed, and maybe removing cards from your deck to increase the odds of you seeing combos together. That's what you're trying to do. But a champion is a different card type. It actually goes in play and stays in play and has a shield in the bottom right. So you can see in the very center card there, the Rake Master Assassin is a champion. And I know it's a champion because it has a little shield in the bottom right, including the Parov, the Enforcer on the left, has a guard shield. So there's a silver shield and a black shield. They're both champions. They're both champions. But the guard basically is like a wall not allowing you to be attacked. So if I play that guard champion, he stays in play until my opponent does 5 or more damage to it in the same turn. So if my opponent only generated 3 attack on a turn, they could literally not destroy that guard because he's a 5 guard, and they can't attack my base health of 58 here in the bottom left. So guards, they guard you. That's their deal. And they are prioritized. They protect other champions on the table too. So this 7 health, basically, champion here, the Rake Master Assassin in the middle there, if I had both those guys in play, the guard would have to be defeated first before my opponent can start damaging the other unit. And again, 7 health has to be dealt in the same turn. There's no damage tokens in this game, so that the assassin doesn't stay in play and my opponent hits it for 2 one turn and 5 for the next. Doesn't work that way. They have to do a straight 7 damage to get that assassin out of play, but the 7 assassin, that's just a silver shield and not a guard, my opponent can choose to attack me to try to end the game by taking me down to 0 and ignore that champion. But as you see there, turn after turn, I can exhaust it, is what that little arrow is, and get 4 attack, and I may stun a target champion, which just means I may like destroy a champion out of play. So I don't have to do any damage to it. I just literally say stun that champion, and all the stunning means is remove it from play, put it in your discard. So it's just a straight destroy. So whether the champion has 2 guard or 8 health, whatever, you can just stun a champion, get it out of play. But it'll usually say stun a non-guard champion or stun a guard champion or just stun a champion. But all those are champions. Just ones have to be targeted first. And you'll see that. The app will be really good at telling you, like, you can't damage the opponent until you get rid of this guard. So that's it, basically. The little green symbol there on the right yellow card, that's health. So the green little orb or potion bottle, whatever that is health. The gold, you see the yellow circles with numbers in them, are your money. Top left of the cards are your faction. So again, blue faction, red, yellow, and green. I don't remember the names of all of them, but they have names. They have little backstories of what these factions are about. And then cards with unique art on them. So this has a bunch of arrows on it. We know this is a card that belongs to my archer, because if I could bring my archer card up, which it doesn't let you, I guess, in the app, you'll see your archer has the same border. So that's how you know it comes from the archer's deck. So this is not a card that will go, you purchase or whatever. But I have this item that I get 1 gold, and the next champion you acquire this turn costs 1 less. I believe this is just an ongoing ability, is what's happening there. And then I have this skill called Track. Oh, no, sorry. This card was in my hand. I just played this card. Sorry. I played this card. I thought this was one in front of me. But sorry, I have a Track ability, so I can exhaust it and spend 2 gold on a turn to look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may put up to 2 of them in your discard pile so that you don't draw garbage cards. You're trying to filter your deck or tutor it or whatever. Then you put the rest back on top of your deck in any order. So after you buy some, 7 cost juicy cards and they're in your deck and they're coming soon, you can use that ability to try to get them into your hand or, next turn or on the top of your deck. Maybe you have a draw card effect on that turn. So you want to tutor your deck, get a card to the top, then play your draw card effect, get that card into your hand, play it, see it more often than your opponent, sees their better cards, and you'll be in a good spot. We can look at the opponent here, has Percussion Blow. They can trash this card, a one-time use in the whole game. Deal 3 damage to a target guard. So if they're in a desperate spot, and this 3 damage can be added together. So if you have this 3 damage, and I had this 5 guard in play, they could trash that. Let's say they only had like 3 damage on the turn from their cards out of their hand, and they really need to get rid of that guard. They could then pop that card to, finish off that guard. You can do damage from multiple sources. It just has to be all in the same turn. It just has to be all in the same turn. And then, there's a pile here. In most deck builders, you have this. So in case the market comes out and there's cards you're not interested in, or everything is way too expensive and you're just not seeing the gold come together in your draws, on the left here, you have this pile of, I think, 16 or 15 Fire Gem cards. They're all the same in that smaller deck on the left. You can get 2 gold from them every time you play them. So they just help you buy some of those expensive cards on the market. You're trying to keep the market flowing. Every time you buy a card, it replaces it right away. So then on your opponent's turn, they have a chance of getting it, or if you still have gold left, you can buy it. But those fire gems are really cool because you can, if you see here, you can trash them as an alternate effect. So you can play them for 2 gold, and on the turn you play it, you can also trash it to get 3 damage. So you get it out of your deck. You know, you've got an engine going now. You don't need this card in your deck anymore. Very flexible. You can save them for late game and then just trash them all together, or use them once, get them out of your deck. So even though they're only 2 gold, so as long as you generate 2 or more gold, you can buy something. But we do see there's some 2 gold cards in the market already, so we're not that worried right now. But I have played the game before where it's like 5, 6, 7s, 8s are all in the row or whatever. Maybe it only goes up to 7. I don't remember. Maybe it's 8, whatever. Maybe that's with expansions. I don't remember. But, you know, sometimes you'll start the game and both players are sitting there looking at the market and they just can't buy anything. They don't have enough money with their starting hand. So that's what those fire gems are for. That's to get the game flowing when it kind of like clogs up, basically, when the market clogs up. Or if you're just like waiting for your opponent to buy out cards and you don't want to buy a bunch of blue cards and you're waiting for some greens to show up, like our case, there's no greens. And let's say I really want to build green, lots of green in my deck. I might just buy a fire gem or 2 while I wait for my opponent to buy other things, because I really want to make a mono faction deck. But you don't need to do that in this game. You can mix factions, you can combo them together. It's really cool. But you are rewarded. If you see here on this card, it has the main ability. You put this champion in play for 5 gold. You can every turn exhaust it to add 3 damage to your like attack total against your opponent. You can spread that attack out however you want. You build it up in the bottom right here, your gold and your attack in the yellow and red circles. And you can put you just play a whole bunch of cards. You can make up to 20 attack or whatever, for example, and then you can do like 5 of it to this champion, 4 of it to finish off that champion, and do the rest to the opponent, or do all of it to the opponent if they don't have a guard in play, that kind of stuff. But you can choose where all the damage goes, and you can split up damage however you want. But on the bottom of this card is a faction ability. I forget what those are called. But if you play another blue card on your turn that you're comboing with this, you can draw a card off this card. So it's like a passive kind of a one-shot little combo ability. So you're kind of rewarded if you buy this card and you buy more blue cards in your deck and you see them together more often, you will get even more benefit out of kind of focusing on a color. But you don't need to. Not every card has those combos and that kind of stuff, and you may just not see them all come together in the market, which is really cool. Oh yeah. Hey Mario, how's it going? But yeah, again, if you guys have any questions in the chat, those who don't know this game or aren't understanding, or I'm not explaining things properly, which I'm known to do sometimes. But yeah, we'll just play through it here. We'll play a game and I'll try to explain things as we go. But if you have questions or suggestions or wondering why I did this, or why didn't you purchase that, I can explain. I like to talk it out as I play through it. So if you just want to watch somebody play a game silently, click through the buttons on a video game, not explaining what they're doing, and just talk with their chat, head on over to twitch.tv. Lots of video game streamers will do that kind of stuff. Here, I like to teach and explain and bring you into my mind as I play a game as much as I can. So if you hate my voice, you don't want to hear me talk, go away. Go away. I don't need your comments. But I do get those comments every now and then where people are like, shut up and just play the game. That's not what we do here. So I'm trying to offer something different. So go away. Anyways, First Second's asking, what do the tournaments mean on the app? So there are tournaments, and I watched them for Epic. I think I played in a one Epic card game tournament. I maybe. But yeah, they're just scheduled tournaments. We can look at them when we're back on the main screen. They might have some scheduled for Star Realms. But go online, look up Star Realms tournaments. You can find people YouTube streaming them or Twitch streaming them, commentating on them, just playing from their own point of view, playing in a tournament. But you basically get in a tournament, they happen at certain times, you spend some in-game currency, you get in the tournament at a certain time, and then you play against some people. I think there's community-run tournaments that are asynchronous, so you can play over a day. But I know there's community-run Star Realm tournaments for a while where every Saturday you show up to a Discord or a forum or whatever, and somebody runs a tournament. So you go in and you register, then you let them know your account, and then who's playing who, and you just report your scores and all that stuff. So there's fan-run tournaments, there's official tournaments, and there are some serious tournaments they did in person. I don't know if they do them in the app, where you can play these. They had their own worlds, world championships for Wise Wizard Games, where you could go play in a tournament. I think they did them digitally last year, or the year before even had some. But they had physical and digital tournaments where you could play, and if you win, you could get your face on a card, you could design a card. There was prize money. They do prize money tournaments, just like Magic the Gathering kind of stuff. So they you know, check it out. Go on Wise Wizard Games website, look up tournaments, past tournaments. They'll explain the prize structure, what's involved, but they take it serious. But then there's also casual ones where you can just earn in-game cosmetics, cool flashy gold cards, foil looking cards and stuff. The same kind of stuff you'd find in a physical card game. They have that stuff in here too. And you can find custom avatars and that kind of thing. There's all different stuff they'll do. I don't know what exactly they're doing for this game, but that's just based on other digital games that they've made and other digital games that I've seen. That's usually what's involved in a tournament. But you'll just play your way in a tournament until you get eliminated, or you do so many rounds, whoever, you know, has the most wins or scores and stuff like that. There's all different formats, so many different formats. But that's how the tournaments usually work. But there are no tournaments in here yet, so that'll be a thing that'll come later. But again, people might run tournaments. Like there's probably a fan run tournament in their Discord or something. Probably, you know, among the beta testers will happen eventually. Once the game gets in more people's hands, they'll run tournaments. You'll see. But yeah. Okay, so let's play some cards. So they have a play all button, because this is one of those old school deck builders where order doesn't sort of matter. Like it does. Like certain cards you want to play and get effects off of, but in the base rules of the physical game, even if I played this card here, this card, and I don't get to draw a card because I didn't play another blue card if I play this card first, but if I play a blue card later, I can then draw a card later. The order doesn't really matter in the normal game. I don't know if that's changed, and I don't know if that's different in the app, but that's why they have a play all button. But you can do things in certain orders, because sometimes you want a card in hand, and you want to draw something, put it on top of your deck, and you have a way of drawing it off, and then you want to discard cards out of your hand with some kind of discard effect, so you don't want to play your whole hand right away. So there is some nuance and some tactics and strategy to this, other than just clicking play all every turn mindlessly. But in the beginning of the game, like what else am I doing here? So I automatically generate 3 gold, so you see 1 little gold on each of the cards. Now I have 3 gold in my pool in my bottom right. Also, this effect is happening. The next champion you acquire this turn costs 1 less. So it's highlighting, and you'll see here, see the numbers change in the bottom right? Or top right, sorry. The priest is now a blue temporary number there, letting me know he's a champion. And you see he's a champion because he has that shield in the bottom right. And he only costs 1 gold now instead of 2. And the assassin's only 6, and the enforcer here is only 4. So that's something that doesn't obviously happen in a physical game, where you'll remember you have that discount. And those are the kind of things I'll forget when I'm playing. But the app right in your face, that's what's cool about app versions of these games. It reminds you of these things, and it helps you when you're learning. You don't miss that stuff. But that's really cool. So the cards that I can purchase are highlighted in green. They have that cool green aura. I wish I could get that in my physical game, because that would look sick on the table. But I can't. And then down here, my ability is highlighted because I do have. It is on a prepared card in this game. It's not exhausted, and I do have 2 gold. So technically, I could do this ability, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to get my deck started. We could get the Tithe Priest. We could start a gold generation, get this guy in play, and start healing. And we have to then focus on buying champions, because you get 1 health for each champion you have in play. So if we go the champion strategy, if buying lots of champions, this guy gets better and better, assuming my opponent doesn't keep destroying him. But if she keeps destroying him, she's doing 3 damage to this guy and not to me. That's a good thing too, right? So it's like a good distraction. I see lots of blue cards here, but 4 and 6 cost, can't afford them. I'm thinking we just do we go blue, because it's like 5 damage right here on this 1 blue card for 2 gold, and then we would replace the card in the row. We'd only have 1 gold left, so I don't think we'd be able to afford anything, but technically we could still buy this priest because we're not buying a champion first. So yeah, so we could just buy this guy. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Not my playstyle, but we can just go with the flow. Yeah, we can buy both. We can buy both, Kate. But I'm a huge fan of not... I have an idea of a playstyle, and you can look at the first market, and you can get an idea. But you also can hate buy, right? And in this game, if there's garbage in the row that I'm just buying because I think it's okay, like, sure, it's there... That's the key. That's when you go from, beginner level in a deck builder and just buying whatever you have the money for, versus knowing when to just pass and not spend your gold to put non-efficient cards in your deck that are not going with your strategy, because you don't want garbage. Then you're not going to draw into your good cards as much because you put a bunch of fluff in there. And the worst thing is if there's a bunch of garbage in the row that I think I don't want, I would rather my opponent have the option to buy it and put it in their deck rather than buying the card, getting it replaced with something awesome that my opponent on the second turn is going to draw 5 cards to start and more likely afford something more expensive. I don't want to give them that. Most likely they're going to buy Dark Energy if they can afford it. But, you know, I just don't want to give them that option. So sometimes if I see garbage there, I'd rather just leave it in play and let my opponent buy something like that. Then I see the better card that comes and replaces it, hopefully. So just this gamble. Like, don't always spend all your gold on a turn. Don't feel like you ever have to. That's not a thing. Do not do it. That's newbie mistake. But you can still win games doing that, which is cool. But I've just gotten past that where I try not to do that. But again, also because this is such a base deck builder, such a raw, original kind of foundational deck builder, it's at its core, that once you realize you play enough of these, you can pretty much, if you just spend your money and buy the most expensive card in the row that you can afford, you'll do pretty good. So just always buy the most expensive card. It's going to be the most powerful card, you know, and then you're not buying multiple cheaper cards and just filling up your deck with junk that is making your more expensive cards show up less likely. So there's that core rule, is like kind of always look at the market and say, what's the most expensive card I can afford? Probably should look at that first and evaluate that first before you start splitting up your money or spending it at all. That's just a tip I'll give you. I don't know if everyone plays that way, but that's something I learned over the years. And I try to teach that as like to new players, kind of keep that in mind. Like, buy whatever you want, but always evaluate the most expensive cards, because that's where your opponent, who's played a few times, will start eyeballing those first too. So, but yeah, I don't want this guy, but he does give you a gold every turn, assuming he's not dead and he's in play already. But honestly, I'm thinking Fire Gem. How is the priest free? The priest costs 1. Yeah. He's already been reduced. I explained that, right? The blue numbers are automatically reduced. So for just fun, let's just buy him. Yeah. Until you chain and draw your entire deck. I know, I love... Oh, man, Kate, don't get me started. All right, so I think we can just double click on the card, or we can drag it to our discard. Double click works. So if you're playing on a tablet or a smartphone, you can just tap the card you want. Double tap it, I think it works, or just drag it out of the market row. Very nice touch interface, which is like primarily designed for touch interface, but a mouse works just fine, of course. All right, so the replacement card, look, a 4 gold card here that, see, this is why I didn't want to do this. This card now, if my opponent buys this, 5 damage and 5 heal every turn. And if they start pairing yellow cards with it, they're preparing champions. But just that 5 damage and 5 heal is going to make the opponent so much more annoying to get down to 0. So I'm upset with you guys already telling me, whoever told me to buy that cheap card, this is why. Perfect example. No, I didn't want them to see Rally the Troops, which is a 4-cost card, which is totally ideal for them to afford on their first turn. So I've given them 2 nice options to pick from, instead of just 1. All right, so I am going to buy Intimidation so that I get some damage now that I'm giving my opponent heal. Might as well. And why not give him another better card to look at? So I'll drag it out of there. Yeah, look, a nice 3-cost card here. This guy's not the greatest, but he's fine. He's fine. If you're going the red route, he can get you some attack every turn. Some money. Okay. So that's my turn. You got to click end turn to end your turn, just in case you have any other stuff to do. It'll let you know. If you click end turn and you still have things to do or money to buy, it'll just remind you on the screen, like, are you sure? But we're good there. There's nothing else we can do. So then our opponent's turn just fires off so fast. And you're like, what just happened there? I've never played Hero Realms in my life. What is going on? You can just click on the menu. And it's in some other language. But you can then go to the game log, which probably doesn't work yet. But they'll eventually add to the game, where you can see everything that just happened in a nice little text form there with some symbols usually, just to help you out. But that will be there eventually. Obviously, this is in beta. Obviously, you know, not spending time on that and troubleshooting that is fine. But yeah. But if you know what you're doing, you kind of understand what they do. You can look through their discard pile to see what they played. So they did a throwing axe, did some damage. I'm now down to 56. You know, and they have this guard in play. Your shield, my liege. So it's this is in their default deck. They have a 3 guard. So I'm going to be needing to do damage all the time to get this out of play. Otherwise, I can't hit the opponent. So the order might matter here on this black arrow, I think. So I got to play hunting bow first. Then the black arrow says, if you have the bow in play, draw a card. So if I play that, boom, I drew a card. Look at that. And then I could just play all these cards, sure. So I have 5 money, 3 attack. So perfect. I have 3 attack to deal with this jerk face, so I can double click him. He's gone. All my attacks spent. But you can do this in any order. It's kind of like so open. The main phase, you can buy cards, do some damage, buy some more cards, do a little bit of damage, draw some cards with some effects, you know, exhaust a champion to get some more gold, buy something. Like, you can do it in any order you want. It's super loose, super open. But I think if I didn't have the bow down there, I wouldn't have been able to draw a card with the arrow. I'm pretty sure order matters for those cards. But maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah. All right. So what are we doing here? What do you guys want to do? We can afford a few cards. See, the opponent did buy that 4-cost red card, so they didn't buy the yellow. So do we just go that route because we already have a yellow card? I feel like we grab that, rally the troops. But we also have a blue card, and this Pavrov the Enforcer is a possibly a draw engine and a guard. I always value guard champions first and try to get a few of them in the game because it just slows my opponent's damage to my health and kind of gives them a distraction during the game. So I definitely value guards really highly, and you need to get a few in your deck, I feel. If you're just taking time to build your engine, get your deck going, those will buy you that time. Or heal. Heal could buy you that time too. But again, I only have 1 blue card in my now 12-card deck, so adding in a second blue card, seeing them together on the same turn, maybe not likely, but I do have these arrows. If I see the bow, now I'm making the bow and the arrows line up less, but it will give me some card draw in the game, so maybe I'll see them together. But we do have the assassin here. If we're going to work our way up to this assassin, we might want to take bribe instead. But yeah, I don't know. Getting 3 gold on turns, we can buy this enforcer, we can buy an assassin. We can start buying the big cards and start smashing the crap out of our opponent. So when I see a 3 gold card right off the hop, I want bribe. I want bribe out of all these cards, to be honest. It's not the most expensive, but I think it will lead to a way better late game. And if we're pairing it with blue cards, we may acquire an action to the top of your deck. So we can grab an action out of here for free, out of the market row, and put it right on top of our deck. No extra money. So we get free cards. Our 2 gold ability, it doesn't let us draw through our deck, it just tutors it a bit, but we still need draw to get the cards out of our deck on the turn we need them. So we're just looking at the top, putting them on top, you know, putting some in our discard. We're not drawing them technically. You have to have some draw on that turn. But it does help you get some combos together, which is true. But it does cost 2 gold, and I don't want to be wasting 2 gold on that, you know, possible effect that could whiff and not do anything for you when I could be buying better cards in my deck at the start. But I find late game, that ability is amazing when you don't want to buy any more cards to your deck. You feel like you got a good engine, spend 2 gold, exhaust that card, tutor your deck, you get some of your big cards together, start doing those ally abilities. It's huge. Huge, huge, huge. All right. So I want bribe. I want bribe. I know it's crazy, but we're going to buy these big cards and we're going to go nuts. That's my plan. And we're going to see other big juicy cards and we're going to be able to buy them before our opponent does. That's my plan. That's my plan. They're going heavy attack. And we just hope they don't buy this guard. That's all. I'm being a little risky. I'm hoping they can't afford this guard right away. They got their ruby in their discard, so that's like a 2 gold card. So they have a couple more 1 gold cards. Well, I have a feeling they won't be able to buy this Parov the Enforcer yet. So that should be fine. And if we're buying all the blue cards, maybe they aren't buying blue cards, they don't care. I'm gonna buy this bribe. And they're gonna want this cultist. They're gonna start going red, I think. But we're gonna take this card, a fire gem, also to help us buy some of these big juicy cards, and then we can get it out of our deck later. Love the flexibility. Again, I haven't played Hero Realms in a long time. All the stuff I might be saying totally is, it's not valid, but this is just my experience, the way I'm coming at it. I'm not a pro Hero Realms player. I'm sure there's some that'll laugh at me for the cards I'm buying and stuff, but we're just having fun on a stream too. But I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of how deep the game can go. And at its surface, it's like looks like just an easy, simple card game, but there is a lot of nuance to it. And once you start getting into the hate drafting kind of idea of it, and that kind of thing, it's really cool. It gets really cool. But you need to play it a lot before you start knowing all the cards and what they're buying and what could show up next and that kind of stuff. But oh, I love it. I love it. All right. But let's see how it works out. I see some of you guys would have gone par off, and play along in the chat. Let me know what you would have bought as the market comes up. I love to see that stuff. And I'm sure those watching later, turn on the chat archive and watch it as it goes. Seeing what I buy, seeing what's recommended. What would you buy? Put it in the comments below. Rip on me for making my choices. It's all good. It's all good. We are playing on easy too, by the way, so I'm not as scared for doing risky things. So we're good. Okay. When we play on medium, maybe I'll take a little more serious, and I would have grabbed the guard for sure. But anyways, we're going long game. Okay. Ending our turn. Turn 4. Oh, they did get 4 gold. What'd they buy? They just bought whatever was on the end. But that's good. They didn't take him. See, I wish I knew what they had on that last turn. They had 4 gold? So they couldn't buy it, so I was kind of right? Or did they get 5? See, it happens so fast. I wish I could slow that down, but just for explaining purposes to understand what's happening. Okay. So we don't have the bow, but we have our 2 cards that can help us draw, which sucks. Which, like, I like the archer in the early game, but late game, the bow and the arrows are just so annoying. But they're cards you might want to get out of your deck, like, because they just are just not really doing anything once you put a few cards in your deck. But you can help pair them together using the ability. So let's throw our champion in play. So you notice he goes on the left here. He's going to stay in play. You're going to see how this champion works. We're not going to have any other champions in play. But we can exhaust this guy now. And we have a choice. So a lot of cards have dual purpose. I could gain a gold, or I could get +1 health for each champion in play we have. And we have at least one, is this priest. But we're, I think, going to take money. Let's just click away and not use it yet. So let's play this. So we reduce the cost of champions. Look at all these cards that just dropped in price. We can keep these in our hand for now. They're not going to help us buy anything. So we can get up to a 3rd gold, but that 3rd gold is not going to do anything for us. It's not going to, right? There's no other card yet that it will do anything for us unless we're going to buy these 2 cards. Oh, they took that yellow heal and attack card. That's what they took. Yes. The one that I was saying they would have taken on the first turn, but they didn't. Which I like that card a lot because it does the heal and the damage together. But that's okay. We said we're going the blue route, which is fine. But again, we're still short on it. We don't have enough yet because our cards are sitting in our deck. And we'll eventually hopefully draw into some big money. Hopefully we get bribe and intimidation together. Oh man. 5 gold just off that pairing. Plus a possible free card off onto the top of our deck. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Okay, so I don't care about heal right now. Let's just... Oh. You know what? Let's use our ability. Let's use our ability. Because there's a chance we could get the money on this. Yes, we'll spend 2 of our money to do this. Seems kind of silly. But I'm looking at what's in the row we can afford, and I'm not excited. Maybe the guard is worth it, though. Maybe this guard, the man-at-arms, is probably worth it just to get a guard in play. It'll combo with this guy, another champion. Maybe we just buy that guy and be safe. And not push our luck. Because what might happen is we spend our 2 gold. We can generate 1 more. But then we don't draw into more money. But look, we have money, 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 money. Money, 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 money possible. Well, like almost every card can generate us money in our deck right now. But I really would love to see the bow. And if we could get the bow... Oh no, we won't be able to draw. That's the thing. We can't draw because we won't get the bow. We don't have a draw effect yet, right? Yeah, we don't have a draw effect. Never mind. Scratch all that I'm saying. We don't have a draw effect right now. So we're just going to buy this guy. And I don't see anything worth 1 gold. Other than Death Touch here. See this? You may sacrifice a card in your hand or discard pile. That can add some filter to our deck. I might actually buy one of those. Just to get rid of some of the crappier cards out of our deck so we start seeing the blues and pair together. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And our opponent doesn't see it either. Oh, another, look at another blue card here. 6 cost, 6 damage. Smash and grab. You may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. Yeah, this is see all these blue cards. We can start grabbing these one by one, man. Oh, we'll have a nice juicy blue deck. All right. So we're just gonna play all of our cards, I guess. I said play all. Uh-oh, not letting me play them. All right, we'll just put them in play. Bug, we found a bug. All right, maybe it's doing that on purpose because they have an effect on them that need to be played in order, so it's not letting us put them down unless we manually put them down because order matters, I guess. So we can just attack our opponent. Finally! Whoa, we took away 2 damage. Yes, we're on the way to winning. End our turn. All right, let's try to see what the opponent does. 1 gold, 5 health, another gold, 2 damage, 1 gold, something else, did some damage. I'm at 46 now. And they have no champions to play. Good stuff. All right, here we go. Look at this. All right. I think we could just play all this, right? Yeah. So now, see this card's highlighted in blue, our bribe card, because it has an action still available on it that we can use. So if we tried to end our turn now, it would remind us, Rob, you still have an action left to do, and we still have the action over here on our priest and our wolf. So we have lots of choices. It's letting us know. Uh-huh. So we can get Smash and Grab for free? You guys laughed at me when I took this little bribe card. You doubted this old man on the card? We got Scrooge here, and you guys doubt Scrooge? Scrooge is amazing. How dare you? All right, so we're going to do this. Watch this. We're going to select this card. We're going to select Smash and Grab. Boom. Free 6 cost card. How you like them apples? How you like them apples? Already. All right, anyways. We got another bribe to grab. I'm down, actually. I am down. Okay. And we can get up to 4 gold, actually. I don't have any draw effects. 4 gold won't do anything for us. Let's just take the other bribe. Yep, I'm down. I'm down. We're going to get this assassin. We're going to get going soon. All right. Let's just heal. Sure, we heal 1. We need to get a guard going, though. We need this enforcer sooner rather than later, but we keep seeing other cool cards. We attack our opponent automatically. 58, end our turn. There's the bow with no arrows, so annoying. Oh, it wasn't free? That cost money? Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. Oh, it did cost money, but we're able to grab it to draw it right away, right? I thought it got us the card for free. My bad. So I shouldn't have done that. But it still was cool because we got it right now, right? We don't have to wait for it to cycle through our deck. So it's not as good as I thought it was. Again, my bad. It's been a while. All right, let's see. I wish we had more draw. Play this. Put a card on top of our deck. We got the bow in hand, don't we? I think I go for a bribe. Yep. Put bribe on top of our deck. But I think it's gonna shuffle. No, we get that card first, right? Then it'll shuffle after. Okay. Play all. 4 gold. Make it 5. Let's get this card finally. Okay. We're gonna have to destroy this guy. Do we want to get rid of the fire gem already? I think so. I think so. Let's just trash it. Do some damage. Down to 50. End our turn. Oh, started healing. They healed. Oh, man. See? Oh, we're down to 28 already. We're getting rocked. Okay, okay. Stun a target non-defense guard with 4 or less. We can get rid of that guy for this ability. One-time effect. I don't really care right now, but... Okay, okay. So let's go play all. Okay, 8 gold. we're definitely buying this one. Get 2 more gold, but does that matter? Yeah, we can do our ability, right? Let's do it. Let's do this ability. We are going to discard up to 2 cards. I think we're going to just discard this gold card off the top of our deck, put the other 2 on top. I don't know if we're picking the order, I think. I don't know, we'll just put that order, select 2. I guess it would matter if we had a draw effect right now. Then we're good to just attack. Oh, maybe I should have defeated that guy. Whoops, that was bad play. I don't think we used our one-time ability. But yeah, no. I think we can save this. Oh, it's non-guard. Oh, it's non-guard. Who cares? Let's just use it. Oh, we got animations. Look at that. Okay. Now what? We're gonna get a guard in play for sure. Gotta help. Look, we're at 16. We're getting crushed. We need to build a wall of defense or get some healing. This is not looking good. All right. Let's see here. Discard pile on top of our deck. I guess we'll get the big expensive assassin. Put him on the top. Yeah, we have no draw. That's what we're missing. I mean, yeah, the Elven Gift is good. I see that in the chat. The text on Bribe says you may acquire an action to the top of your deck, which I thought was free. I thought that makes it free. But I could be wrong. Again, I don't know the wording. I have the rules. Okay. Maybe acquire is right in here. I didn't see what it did, but you guys probably saw the money get spent, and I just didn't even realize. I was being dumb. I was being dumb. Probably acquiring cards. Some card abilities will give you gold. When you gain gold, it goes into a gold pool, which you may add to and spend from over the course of the main phase. Gold is used to acquire cards from the market or from the fire gem pile. Cards cost is found in the upper right corner. To acquire a card, subtract gold from your gold pool equal to the card's cost and put the card in your discard pile. Then fill the empty space in the market with the top card in the market deck. Acquiring a card does not count as playing it. Does not go into play and does not use your abilities. Any remaining gold is saved and can be used to acquire additional cards during the main phase. Yeah, I guess. My bad. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't realize, guys. Sorry, I thought acquire in this game like bypassed the cost. That's my bad. My bad. But acquiring is just it's just the buying, the effect of buying. So it's just allowing me to put it on top of the deck instead of it go through my discard pile. Is the only advantage there. Which I guess that makes sense because that's pretty powerful for a 3-cost card if you get cards for free like that. I just thought that's what it did, and that's my bad. I don't think I played it that way when I played the physical game back in the day. I'm pretty sure. It's just I haven't played in a while, and I didn't realize that's what acquire meant. Okay. But yeah, I guess we can just play all these. We don't have a way to draw. We'll just play that. Okay, 4 gold. We're gonna heal. We get 2 heal. We get 2 extra attack. Want to use any abilities? 4 cost. I don't know if it's like we need more money in the deck, but the card draw and discarding a card is helpful to get through the junk. I might just buy this Death Cultist because he's a guard and we need to protect ourselves. But we might not see him for a bit. Oh, it's an 8-cost guard. Look at this guy. Yeah, we want him. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just stop there. We'll just attack. We're gonna end our turn. Yeah, we're gonna skip doing the action on bribe, I guess. I don't want it to go on the top. I didn't want to buy an action. That was a champion, so bribe doesn't work for that. But I'm pretty sure. All right, again, arrows of the bows, but we could try to line it up here. Let's do. We do have a card draw effect in hand, so let's try that. So no bow, but we are going to discard these two. And we're going to put this on the top. Okay, then we are going to play this. And then playing a blue card should let us draw a card off that other one. What? Oh, okay, we got to click it and do it. Okay, it's optional. It's optional. All right. So there's no target champions. They don't have any in play, so we can't stun them. I think we can do it on our own, but we'll just get the 4 attack. You may sacrifice a card in hand or in your discard pile. I guess I should have kept these in hand to do that. That was dumb, but again, I didn't realize. Let's just get rid of the horn. Okay, the horn's out of our deck. Great. Probably should have just got rid of the arrow, but that's okay. We need damage. 1 gold, some health. Yeah, let's just heal. Hopefully it keeps us alive. And attack. End the turn. Boom. Killing my guard, still doing damage to me. That's okay. That's okay. Got another guard here. Okay. Can stun this guy. Yeah. We can just hold on. How much gold do we have here? Let's play this. Let's play this. Do we have enough for this guy? Yeah, big dragon is ours. Do it. Let's get him in there. Oh no, he's a champion, so bribe wouldn't have worked on, right? Yeah. Fire an action to the top of your deck. That wasn't an action, but that's okay. All right, let's just heal again, I guess. 6 damage. In turn. Oh, we're down to 7. Oh no. I think we're done unless we can get some protection here. Man at arms, get out there. Help us. Help us. Put a card on top of our deck. I think we do play this guy, get some money. Yeah, okay, so we are going to first we're going to do this ability. And we'll get this one to the discard pile. We'll keep the bow and the arrow together, I guess, just to draw. I don't know, that's weird. Yeah, let's just keep them together. We'll just get rid of the ruby, put it in the discard pile, put these two on the top, I think. And then we can play this. Put Oh, I messed up. Yeah. Oh, I messed up. I should have put the dragon on top first. I messed up. Wrong order. I was trying to be clever, but I forgot. My deck was that low. Oops. Yeah, I should have put the dragon on top of the deck. I was trying to do that, but I didn't realize my deck was so low that looking at those cards and discarding... Yeah, that was dumb. That's all good. Okay. Well, no, we don't want to do that ability. Undo. Select none. Okay, let's see here. get rid of this guy across the board. Let's do this. Generate some attack. We got the bow, sure. This is garbage. This will heal. And attack. Yeah, we don't want anything. Yeah, we're getting rocked here. But, oh yeah, the heal. Of course they get their heal. And we're dead. We lost. We lost to the easy. I don't know what I'm doing. I misunderstood cards and I lost. But it's all good. You guys get the point of the game, right? Do what the chat's saying, not what I'm doing is what you need to do. Alright. Okay. Yeah, not a fan of the archer in this game, the ranger. Early game, the card draw with the bow kind of lines up. But it's other than that, there are 3 junk cards in your deck from the beginning, is my opinion. They rarely ever work together. I know they have the ability to, like, the ranger can spend 2 gold to look at the top 3 cards and try to line that up. But I think maybe I screwed up, but not. You need lots of card draw with the ranger to make it good, so those line up. But even late game, like, okay, they draw you 1 card, but then you got a bow and an arrow in hand. Like, those aren't that great. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, the bribes aren't as powerful as I thought they were. I misunderstood when I read them. But 3 gold to get some of those big cards would be great. The only problem is we didn't get enough guards to keep us alive. Or heal. I should have tried to get that heal plus 5 attack card. I needed some way to generate health or protect our health while I played my slow game of trying to save up money to buy big cards. And it failed me. Because they were grabbing all the red cards and the damage cards. And they just had way too much damage coming at me. And I had no way to stall. I was playing a long game. They were playing a fast game. And they just rocked me. And now I have 0% wins after 1 game. Weird. Kate likes the thief. I want to try the thief then. Let's see if we can play online. Is anyone online? Or we can try the pit fight. New game. So there's no games listed. I'm assuming this works. Let's try a new game. Create new. Your hero will be matched with an opponent online of your skill level. Each player will have 48 hours to take their turns. The problem is, yeah, if the other player's not going to be taking their turns, we won't get to play a full game. Because there's no real-time mode right now, and that's what I would play on stream, is to make sure we get through a full game. But we can just start one and see. Winning or losing will earn your hero XP to level up. Oh, I'm down. I'm down. Create new. The thief? Let's try the thief. Kate wants the thief. He likes the thief. I'm doing the thief. I don't remember my favorite. I think my favorite was the wizard. From what I played in the game. I can't remember. I don't remember what they all do, but I think I really like the wizard. It has like a cat familiar, right? Is one of the cards. No, for a second. I explained earlier, yeah, right now in the beta is the asynchronous mode is all that's there. The real-time live play mode will be added later, which is in all of their apps. I have faith they'll add it. They've said they'll add it. I don't know when. But by default, obviously it'd make it better for troubleshooting and stuff if they can, you know, I guess if people are playing asynchronous for testing purposes and stuff, I don't know. The only problem is while they're updating the app, if you're in the middle of games, usually they get wiped. You might not get to finish all your games, but I mean, you're just playing with a beta app, so you gotta expect that stuff. Do we have a funny name for our thief? Anyone in the chat have a funny name I can use for our thief? Looks like you get some different avatars. I don't know. We'll use this one, I guess. So it's a female thief, it looks like. Do we have a funny female thief name? Take your time. Let me know. We'll go with that. Dan, before you got here, we were at 100% wins, okay? And I was going to stop the stream right there. But I risked it. I put it all, bet all or nothing, and we lost. First second says Mel. That's your creative, funny name, Mel. Who would name themselves Mel? Like, that's such a weird... No. Oh, my wife's in the chat. I mean, Mel's a great name. Mel's a great name. Yeah, let's just do Mel. Okay, sure, Mel. Thought we get funnier ones, like Thiefy McThiefface or something, you know, like this. Alright, it's Mel. I don't know if that'll throw... Alright, we got Mel, the level 1 thief. Because, you know, she's a thief because she stole my heart, right? Ha ha. Oh, no. No, it does. No. Keith says if it was male, I'd suggest Xavier Onassis. Onassis? Xavier Onassis? Elko says Kamala Harris. Okay. Kamala's cool. Kamala's cool. Your hero will be matched with an opponent. Yeah, we read that. Okay, let's start a game. Let's see what happens. Oh, we already got an opponent. Chasmir Dusto. Let's go to the game. It's their turn. Hopefully they're ready and then can take their turns. Whoa, look at all the green cards. Holy. We're going to get rocked, just so you guys know. Because this may be a playtester or someone who knows what they're doing. We're probably going to get our face crushed. But that's fine. Oh, I get it. Xavier Onassis is supposed to be like save your own ass. Okay, I get it. I get it. All right, so we're literally waiting for our opponent to take their first turn. So this is like kind of bad for stream to show this because it's like they might not be on their app right now. So when I just clicked a new game, okay, you can leave. It'll keep this game just sitting here. And if this was on your phone or tablet, how these apps work, you'll get a little notification will pop up when it's your turn, which is kind of cool. And you can just leave it. And you have 48 hours to finish the game. So you can take hours between turns, no problem. But you'll eventually run out of time and the game will just end. And whoever took the last turn will just win at that point, I think. Because they're more active, I guess. Something like that, I think, is how it works. But yeah, so we just leave that here. We can start a whole bunch of games. You can have so many games on the go. So let's see if we can get another one going. And we'll just do another game with Mel the Thief. And oh, it shows you the deck. So if we leveled up things, we'd see it. Okay. Just start a game. So now we have 2 games waiting. But they're both Dusto. And if Dusto's not playing right now, we're not going to get anything in either game. So that sucks. I wish they had live play right now. That's so wrong. I don't know. It'd be good to show it off. So we're going to just concede in this one game for fun. I don't really care. But we just gave him a win. Or her a win. So we lost. Oh, but look, our level goes up. Uh-oh, that's bad. You could just sit here failing and getting free experience? That's not right. That needs to be addressed. That should not be in the game. You shouldn't be able to concede on the first turn and still get experience like that. You should have to have played a certain amount of turns. Yeah, that's kind of a flaw. But yeah. But yeah, I'll just show your games here for a while and you'll be able to scroll through so we can refresh. You can refresh the app if you're sitting there waiting for your turn, which I've done many, many times in Star Realms. Anyone who's played Star Realms is the exact same way that works. But yeah, there's no real time, so that's unfortunate. So we could just do a pit fight. Oh, look at this. Look at the... Oh, we were there. Damn. Yeah, supposedly there's a stream today on Rob's Gaming Table playing this game. I gotta check that out. Which is cool. Alright, pit fight. Save slot 1. Let's keep it on easy. Work our way up. Okay, so let's try the thief here. Let's do, what do we got here? It's pronounced Xavier. Oh. Is that how it's pronounced in the X-Men comics? Because I don't think it is. And that's the correct pronunciation. Professor X. However you say his name, that's the correct pronunciation. I thought it was Xavier, but I could be wrong. He knows what he's doing. Oh, the other player knows what they're doing because they picked the wizard? Damn. Yeah, the wizard's good, isn't it? I'm not sure what the brass app is. Slip finger? Okay, Janet, I'm down. Slip finger. Create. See how far we can make it in the gauntlet here. The pit fight. All right, let's check what these abilities do. So we start at 52 health. We get pickpocket skill, costs 2 gold and exhaust it for 3 health. The opponent discards a card. Ooh, I like that. Can mess with their combos and hurt what they're being able to buy, maybe. Acquire an item for cost 2 or less for free. The pilfer. Oh, look, it's our turn in our game with Dusto. Okay, let's see. This is good. We can show this off. This works. We can just leave here. This is saved. Should save all of our progress. Go back to playing online. And then it's our turn. So we'll click in here. It should show us what they did on their last turn. They played some gold, did some damage. Okay, cool. And now we'll try to take our turn quick so that they see we're still active and they stay in their app, and hopefully we'll keep playing against us. Well, let's just, I don't know, play all our cards. What are we buying, guys? What are we buying? I want suggestions. Gotta be quick. Do we buy this 5 gold wolf form so we can do 8 damage every time it shows up and make them discard a card? Or do we grab this guard for, like, I think we just go with the 5 cost juicy wolf form. Wolf form it is. All right. Yeah. Okay. Wolf form. No waffling. We're going with what the suggestions are. We're going to try to play fast so that they keep responding. I found with passive games, if you take your turns quick and they're still in the app dealing with their other games that are in progress, they'll be quicker to respond usually. But if you don't take your turn for like 15 minutes and then they'll kind of like wait for a minute and then they'll just leave the app. I do the same thing. So for now, until they add the live play mode, that's the best we get. Whoops, I didn't click end turn. Oh no. Oh no, I wasn't fast enough. Let's see. Let's check what the wizard can do to us. Fire Blast. Deal 4 damage to an opponent or target champion. One-time effect. You got to trash it. And Channel, which is 2 gold and exhaust it. You lose a health, I think. That's what that does. To draw a card. I mean, 2 gold to draw a card on your turn. See, this is why I like the wizard. Right there, I think, is why the wizard is the bomb. Like, that 1 card draw could be the difference of getting, like, a combo or being able to afford that, you know, nice card in the row. And there's a next game button here in the bottom right, so you can cycle through all your games that are in progress. So you can go through each of them and take your turn. So if you have, like, 5 games on the go, and you haven't logged into the app for a few hours and everyone's taking their turns, you can come in and just go game by game, jumping through, taking your turn in each game, and then logging off. All right, they're doing it. Let's do this. All right. Let's get crushed fast here. Okay. The knives are comboing together. 1 attack, +2 for each knife you've already played this turn. Okay, so this should... Alright, so we have 4 damage already. Sweet. 4 gold only. So we can get Orc Grunt, which is a 3 guard. I like that. Possibility of drawing cards if we buy more green. Our Close Ranks, which is 5 damage, +2 for each of your champions in play. Again, I hate tying into these champion cards that benefit off champions if we don't have a bunch already. Because then it's like, I don't know if I'm going to go that route. Going with the Orc Grunt? Okay, sweet. And we'll attack. If you guys ever think I should be using this 2-cost Pilfer to get a card for 2 or less for free, let me know. I mean, the Death Cultist might not be a bad grab right now to get a 3 guard in play already. Should we get that? Is that important? Or should we wait for like a 2-cost green card to grab that at the time, or a fire gem at some point? Like, I don't know. I don't know what we're saving this for. Any thoughts on that? Save it or use it. Just let me know. At any point, if you guys think a Filfer should be used, throw it out there. We'll talk it out. Death is meh. Okay, early game though, I think it's great. Having your opponent trying to get to that 3 attack, it's going to protect you for a lot of those earlier turns. And your opponent's going to just be annoyed by it. Save it? Okay, perfect. All right, I'm down. Yeah, we'll play together. Let's see if the Hive Mind can beat Dusto. Probably not, but... Oh, I didn't click end turn again. Ah! I'm sleeping here. I'm sleeping. Hopefully Dusto's not watching the stream and knowing what we have in hand. I don't think it really matters that much in this game, but... Because you can't really save cards, and what you buy usually doesn't matter. I guess it would only matter for, like, making choices of what to put on top of your deck and stuff. Oh, the wizard cards. So we already read the wizard's in-play cards. But the wizard has Ignite, does 2 damage, and every Inferno starts with a spark. I think that's just flavor text. They also have the Fire Staff. If you have 2 or more actions in play, draw a card. So they want to get all the actions. They don't want to do so many champions, but I mean, you still want to have some, no matter what. But oh, and the Familiar, yeah, the Cat Familiar is a 2 cost or a 2 health champion, I guess. You can exhaust it to get an attack, a gold, or a health. Very flexible, very flexible. And it's got cool art. Mel loves that art. That's her favorite card in the whole game, I promise. Well, we wait for the opponent to take a turn. What's new? Anything new? I wish there was something that popped up to let you know your opponent was online. At least like logged into the app and it was active. Like I wish their icon changed color or something. I don't know if it does. I don't think it does. I don't think it does, but then you would just know if they closed their app or turned off their phone screen or you know, closed the app in Steam or whatever and walked away. So then you know not to wait, right? But you want to wait so that you're taking your turns quick so they stay engaged, right? With the passive mode, I find. But I wish there was a way to know if they've like logged off or they're online. Even if they're online doing something else in the app, just to know that they're getting notifications. That would be a cool feature. You know, like when you're text messaging in you know, most texting apps and you see like the little 3 dots or whatever that are letting you know someone's typing. So you know they're there at least. Or they've read it. That would be nice if you knew they were just active. So we're not sitting here like idiots. But again, we can go do whatever and it'll let us know when it's the turn. But yeah. For a second saying this, 3 guard isn't the best play. Oh, you guys are already planning the next turn? Nice turn coming up, says Kate. You need some blues or fire gems for gold now. That's a good card. Looking at his cards, 3 attack is fairly easy for him. So that 3 guard isn't the best play. Yeah. And Dan says, I always just sit there like an idiot, FYI. No comment. No comment. Okay, so on our next turn, we would get 3 gold. We got the combo of drawing a card. What's our next card? Can we tell that, or we just know what's in our deck? I don't think we know what's on the top. We just know what's in the deck. So we will get to draw another card, which could lead to probably another gold. Maybe 2. But might just be another attack. Either 1 gold, 1 attack, or 2 gold. So that could change what we can afford on the turn. And just discussing the first second, you're saying this cultist with the 3 guard is not valuable. But in my mind, he might not be the only guard we have, right? We see 3 in play, or 3 in the market right there. We got 1 in our hand. So looking at him in a vacuum, yes, if your opponent can do 3 damage easy, I would argue you there that they're doing 3 damage to this guy. That's fine because they're not doing 3 damage to my health to win the game. Also, they're not doing that damage to other champions I have in play. And if I compare this 3 guard in play with another like the other 3 guard or a 7 guard, then my opponent's constantly just smashing against guards. And if I can get an engine going of guards in play and only trickle damage is hitting me, that's huge. Like if you can build a wall of guards, that's a thing. So just him on its own, he's not just 1 card. He goes in your deck and he goes in play. And if your opponent can't deal with him 1 turn, he stays out for 2. Yeah, you're getting some extra attack out of him. I'm not worried about that. It's just literally that guard of 3 added with other guards on the table can be huge. So, I don't know. Especially early game when they don't have reliable... Like, he's got attack now. Yeah, sure. Because he starts with these ignites. So, maybe it's not the best play. But I'm still thinking, like, long term, right? And if you're putting red cards in your deck and he's with your other cards, that's great. We're not going red, of course, it seems, but... You know, don't just say he's a garbage card, because seeing him early in game, buying him right away, it could just be that, you know, the first few rounds of the game against the right opponent, you're just not taking any damage. Bernardo's here. Greetings from sunny in Mexico, living la vida loca. Hey, Bernardo. Kate says, I'd say buy fire gems now. And he doesn't really give any good effects through, though, like Orc Grunt. Ah, okay. That's true. I know that's true. Yeah, Orc Grunt's better. He does cost an extra gold. Of course he's better. But if he was the only green card in my deck, he's actually worse. You know what I mean? So it's like, it just depends what you have. Every card can be valued based on what's in your deck, what shows up during the game, what's available in the market, what the other players have been buying, what characters they're playing as if you're using those packs. It could be different, right? Like if you buy, a green card and no greens really show up all game, or there's another opponent at the table out of, 3 other players keeps buying all the green before it gets around to your turn, that one green card you bought at the beginning of the game could really suck and be the most annoying thing to draw all the time. So yeah, so that's what I like about this game. It's like I love it's so simple, but it's like I love the debates and the value and assessing the options. So I think this guy has gone back to work. Dusto took a break, played his couple turns. Now he's got to pay attention in his meeting because he got in trouble. His boss at the end of the table said, "Hey, Dusto, what are you doing on your phone over there?" He's like, "Damn it, I'm trying to be a wizard." And got in trouble. So we're just gonna leave. It'll give us a notification when they're ready. Let's go back to our pit fight. I do like making small red decks, though. I do love making those small red decks. I do love those. Where you're just like constantly trashing everything and it's just like cycling red cards and you constantly draw through your whole deck each turn. I love it. Bernardo's asking, is this a port of Star Realms or is it more RPG-like? I've resisted getting into this. It is very similar to Star Realms, except it adds on the fantasy flavor to it. But it has the same things like in Star Realms. You get unique character abilities, unique starting decks. There is solo cooperative campaigns available in the game, Bernardo. So that fit well with the fantasy thing. So they have these boxes that are just like branching path little campaigns. They have 2 of them released at retail already. They have the base box, which you can play 4 players out of competitively. Or you can switch it up to a team game. Yeah. So, but this is the app. It's in beta. It's on Kickstarter. It'll eventually be available, I'm sure, for free. And then only like $5 to unlock all the features in it, and then some DLC to buy later as it gets released. But yeah, if you like Star Realms, I don't see why you wouldn't like this, unless you really don't like the fantasy theme. It's just more Star Realms, really. But it's got some unique stuff. Once you start getting into the campaign stuff, it's really cool. But again, Star Realms has co-op to it. You can play against AI, you can fight bosses and that kind of stuff in that game too. There's even a way in this game, there's this like dragon pack and stuff where you can play as a boss against your opponents, so you can have like the one versus many kind of thing going on, which is cool. All right. What are we starting with here? I want to take 2 death touches. Is that wrong? I want to take the 2 death touches and start sacking cards out of our deck. Let's make a super crazy like red engine deck if we can get that going. But again, intimidation for 5 damage is pretty hot to start with too. Oh, the Lich. The Lich is the other boss. I knew there was a dragon. I think I have both of them. But I don't think I've ever played them. I remember opening the dragon, kind of reading how it worked, but I never had a chance to play with it yet. Maybe that's something we could do on the channel in the future. Yeah, you can play co-op against it too. It runs like an AI, right? But you can like run it, like a player can play it too. Yes, we're taking the death touches. Kate's down too. She knows. She knows what's up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just for fun. We're just having some fun. Hopefully we can beat this AI and move on to the next one. But if not, oh well. Is it wrong that I want to use this just to grab influence? Oh, there's a Hydra too. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, it was print and play and was in the second adventure. Oh, cool. Should we grab influence just to throw it in our deck? We can eventually trash it later, but we get 3 gold. Yeah, okay. I'm down. I'm doing it. Acquire an item. Oh, is that an item? Oh, it's not an item. Oh, I feel let down. How do I know if it's an item versus an action? It doesn't tell you in the digital game. On the physical game, it tells you at the top of the card. Oh, that's a waste. Can we undo it? Yeah, we can undo it. All right, we're good. So the only thing we could have grabbed there was Fire Gem. I don't think that's worth it. Maybe it is. I don't know. Darren, I'm not sure what leveling up provides you. I don't know if it's cosmetic. I think it's new cards. I think you get, like, better cards in your deck. I think. It showed it in the Kickstarter. Hold on. We were looking at it earlier. It says your beta access will allow you to start playing Hero Realms digitally in August 2021. That's right, next month, way before available to public. You'll be able to no, where is it? Each skill and ability has its own upgrade tree, allowing for incredible character customization. So you can like level up your cards and your abilities for your character. Choose carefully. The upgrades you get now will affect the upgrades available to you later. So there's little trees. Make sense? Make sense? That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, from the campaign, right, Kate? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I think they've incorporated that already, which is cool. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we can level up and find out. Okay. Let's just attack. End turn. All right. Now we have 5 gold. I'm thinking influence, because it's good for getting out of our deck later. And maybe we see another red card would be cool, but I mean these orc grunts. These orc grunts. What was this ability again? Heal 3, opponent discards a card. Influence, okay. Influence. Oh, we drew another influence. Do we just take that? We just take that? Is that too many? We can always get rid of it later, right? Or do we get the Orc Grunt? Now that we've seen another influence, do we do Orc Grunt? What do you guys think? And while we're thinking, feel free to click the like button while you guys are waiting. I see we have over 40 viewers and only 20 likes. What the hell, man? Double influence. All right, let's do it. Double influence. Oh, the rot. Sacrifice a card in your hand or discard pile. Hopefully we can get that card. I think that'd be funny too. All right. We can't get it with this. Again. Oh, it says action when you zoom in on it. Ah, okay. Okay, champion. I see. We just have to bring it up. Champion. Fire gem is an item. Yeah, yeah. I wish you could tell by looking at it laying on the table. But at least we have an undo button, so we weren't screwed, which was nice. Let's get rid of the cat and attack our opponent. Get that big boy money. All right, well, I do want to sack a card, so I'm going to play this. I have nothing in my discard pile, so we'll just sack a card from hand. We'll get rid of a gold, it's fine. As I want to put that to use. We're going to play these golds. We can get rot for fun. And then attack. End our turn. I don't know. Bernardo's asking, have you played Magic the Gathering Arena? The interface is really good. No, I've never played Magic the Gathering, period. And I really have no interest to. But I believe you, it's good. I heard it's got really popular. Like, they're making, Wizards of the Coast is making a lot of money online with their digital, that they've stopped doing, like, in-person events and tournaments, and they've stopped supporting the physical game as much, organized play, and have put all their effort and money into the online play, because it's making so much money. And it's pissing off, like, the physical fans, supposedly. But yeah, supposedly that online Magic the Gathering is doing really, really well. Oh, I see. Darren's saying items have a sword icon in the bottom right corner. I didn't even notice that. So we got lightning in the bottom right corner is actions. Swords are okay. For some reason, I didn't even see that there. Because I don't think that is that on the physical cards? I don't know what that is. Oh. No, it's not. Yeah. It just tells you in text. Yeah. It just tells you in text. Okay. Again, I love the physical game. I'm so used to it, but... Alright, what are we doing here? Star Realms has the classes, though, I think. But they're an expansion, I'm pretty sure. I know you can get, like, commanders and stuff that give you, like, unique abilities and things. And you can tweak your Star Realm starter deck, I believe. But it involves, like, buying expansion packs and stuff. So I don't think it's available by default. Again, in this game, in the beta, it's available by default. I don't know when the game releases if you'll have access to the characters right away. I don't know. They might not make that available in the free version. You might have to pay unlock the app to get those, because they are an expansion in the physical game. It does cost you like $5 a pack per character, so to get all 5 or 6 characters, whatever, you got to pay $5 each. So yeah, they're not by default in the game, but it's cool that they've added them by default because they are a very cool thing to this game. But they're not in the base game. But the base game is very close to Star Realms base game. Just so you know, if you go out and buy the box at your store, you're not getting the archer, the wizards, and the thieves and all that stuff. That stuff's not in the game. You're just getting basic starting cards, and you're exact same as your opponent. Okay. Let's sacrifice a card in our discard pile. Get rid of a gold. Alright, what are we getting? Is the rot taking too much sacrifice? Or what do you guys think? Am I just going pure red, like never buying anything but a red card? I mean, I'm okay with that. I think we're seeing like decent ones. We're just not seeing the big, like, 6 and 7 costs red cards, or the 5 cost red cards to do some heavy stuff. Your second wants an orc grunt. He wants to taint the deck. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Steph, too, for pointing out the sword icon in the bottom right. I just missed that. Yeah, you guys are way, you guys catch that stuff better than I do. Orc grunt? Alright, we got a couple orc grunts in the chat. We're going orc grunt. I mean, we can still get the rot. Yeah, like the pairing of just the reds, I like it. I wish we could just get some guards in play or some champions. Rot or fire gem? I think late game, like the rot, if we can have red cards, that's like 7 damage off these cards coming out. I think I go rot because we are guaranteed, if we filter out everything but red in our deck, these are 7 damage cards, right? Every time. Yeah, I'm going with the rot. Hey, Michael, how's it going? And I don't think we need to sacrifice this yet. The influence. I have a feeling we're going to see some expensive red cards hopefully soon, but... Oh, we got our knives together. No, 1 red card there. Okay. $6 gold. You know what? I don't really want to buy anything here. Fire gems? I mean, I want this 8 cost guy. Can we make that happen? Do we have tricks? No, we don't really have tricks, right? We just do our ability. I like intimidation. It's a fine card, but it's just like, I don't know. I want to see our reds together. Use thief skill power. So heal up and draw. Opponent discards. Or are you talking about the acquire 2 or less? Just to get the fire gem? And you smell what the rot is cooking. All right. All right. Fire to replace some of the gold you're sacrificing. Heal / discard. Alright, make them discard a card in hand. Cool beans. Let's just buy... Let's buy 2 fire gems. We'll just toss them. Attack our opponent. End our turn. Oh, look at all the sacrifice. How many cards do we have in our discard pile to start losing? Oh, yeah, we got sacrificable stuff in there all day. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to get rid of this gold. Actually, I guess we can get rid of this gold. Is probably the right call. We're going to play another one. I mean, at some point these throwing knives need to go, but we'll get rid of golds first. And this one, I think Ruby. Okay, Ruby's gone. 15 damage already. Holy. 3 gold. Yeah, I don't want anything. Let's use our ability. Make them discard a card. Hopefully have a worse turn. Then we're going to just take out this guard, take out this guy. Let's attack. I don't know. End our turn. We could afford... No, we're okay. We're okay. I know I want enough for the giant. That's why I'm not getting rid of... I'm not trashing my red cards yet. But hopefully we can... I should have probably got rid of the throwing knives to then make sure I had money coming, but... okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Sacrifice. Let's get rid of... I'm going to get rid of a knife. I'll start getting rid of those. I don't care for them. Just slow playing it, I guess. I don't know. I don't want any junk. Michael says, this is one of my favorite parts of deck building. Getting rid of mediocre cards and making a more focused deck. I know it's my favorite too. Red is my favorite faction. Any game where I can trash cards. I always love the trashing. That's why it bugs me in Aeon's End. The trashing's not as big of a deal or not as powerful, it feels. That's the one thing in that game I wish was like a better thing. Because in these games, I love getting it going. So good. Build up a little wall of guard or some heal. And then slowly you tutor your deck and you make this like thin little repeatable deck. Just love it. It's so fun. Okay. Or you make a card draw engine that works with, you know, you cleared all the crappy cards, so all the draw is just drawing into good stuff. Oh, I love it. All right, let's play this. We're going to get rid of this gold. I think. Hold on. We need the gold to get the big guy? No, we don't, right? Because we'll get 6 off influence, 2 off ruby. So we can trash this, right? Unless I totally didn't do the math right. Yeah, let's get the big boy. What do we want? Do we want the Storm Giant that we can exhaust? He's a 7 guard. Holy, I think we just want him. But anyways, 6 exhaust. You may draw a card, then discard a card. And if you have another green in play, which we have Orc Grunt in our deck, we can draw, then discard another card. So it helps you just filter. But again, I don't know about that, but I like the 7 guard. Or a Firebomb. 8. Stun a target champion, which our opponents got champions. They are putting them in play over and over again. It's an automatic draw. We don't have to dump what we draw or dump another card. And we could trash it at some point to finish our opponent off for 5 damage. Or Domination. Oh, Domination is an amazing card. I think I like this the best out of all of them, maybe. Because the 6 heal, the 6 damage, and a draw. And, I mean, you get to prepare a champion, which is like, whatever. But, I mean, it can be powerful. But man, so we got Grack, Domination, or Firebomb. You know what? Which card? I'm curious. I want to see. I know there's a few vocals in the chat making decisions, but those who are lurking, which card would you pick? Rack. Domination. And I'm going to put a poll in the live chat here in 2 seconds for Firebomb. All right, we'll put up a poll for a minute here, and you guys can decide. We're not in a rush. I know the 7 guard is huge. That's everything else on the card is gravy. But I mean, repeatable card, like not card filtering, just straight up card draw. You're healing and you're damaging over and over again. If we had more yellow cards in the deck, that domination's huge. Maybe we can afford all 3 at some point if we haven't destroyed our opponent by then. But that would be hilarious if we keep the money engine going and make sure we keep drawing turns of 7 or 8 gold. I think the orc is the play, but I mean, those are all amazing cards. I wish we had a red 7 or 8 there. We would definitely just grab that. But all right, thank you everyone for voting in the live chat. I'll leave it up for a couple more seconds. Okay, yeah, it's interesting. So our choice is the green card here, Grack. 6 damage, draw and discard, 7 guard. The domination, 6 attack, 6 health, draw a card, maybe prepared champion, but we don't have another yellow card in our deck, so that last part probably won't ever happen. And then 8 for just a straight 8 damage, and we get to get rid of a champion. So that could be an extra 3 just to get rid of this grunt, or an extra 5. So it's like, it's getting free damage that you don't have to waste trying to get rid of guards. So technically playing this card is like, right now, I probably would hit the 5, you know, or the 3. But either way, that's making it like 11 or what, 13 damage basically on one card. It's kind of nuts. All right, we're going to end the poll. And let's see. I want to see the percentages. Oh, you know, how lopsided it was or not in the live chat here. So 60% voted for Grack, the green card here. 30% voted for Firebomb. And 10% for Domination. So, you know, every card got a little love. We'll go with the green. Thank you all for voting. I appreciate it. Okay. 9 damage. Well, we got to get rid of the guard, right? 2 gold. I don't want him to buy these big, expensive cards, so I think I just need to destroy this guy. And we'll end our turn. Alright. So let's see what we got in our discard. I feel like we can get rid of Ruby now. We can also get rid of the knife, the second knife. Let's get rid of this knife. I don't even care. Knife's gone. Fire gems. And we're going to trash the fire gems. Then we're going to play this one. We're going to sack the ruby. We might be running out of money, though. That's the problem. I may have sacked too much money that we can't. Hold on. Let me check. Yeah, literally the last... Oh, let's check our deck. Yeah. If I get rid of ruby, then we literally are only ever going to get possibly 6 gold on a turn. There's another influence. Keep the fire gems? Yeah, see, I should have kept the fire gems, but it's okay. We can undo it, I think. Yeah, because then we still have some money, right? I know, I realized, Kate, after I did it, I went, wait a second, I don't think we have many money cards left. Yeah. Yeah, we just got Ruby. Ruby and 2 influences. But we could just grab another influence. We could grab this End Weaver, which will give us some card draw. Your Rot card will force you to discard. I thought... Oh, it's not a May. Oh, that's awesome. I never noticed that. That's cool. So it like eats away at you. I didn't realize that was a gamble like that. So we got to leave the fire gems so we can get rid of them that way. All right. So... Okay. Let's take Endweaver. So we can pass on the sacrificing. Or we just, yeah, let's just pass. Since we know we have forced sacrificing. Yeah, I didn't realize that was what's happening either. Again, I'm back. It's been a while. I'm relearning the game. It's okay. I'm going to mess up. RTFC, Rob. RTFC. Okay, we got them down to 30. We're at 40. We're feeling good. We're going to end our turn. No gold on this turn. But we do have some card draw. One card draw coming. But won't really do much, but... okay. Oh, we undid the knife sacrifice. Oh, I still wanted to get rid of that. No sacrifice. This is going to make us sacrifice. And this one will play where we can't sacrifice anything on purpose. Then we'll draw. Then we'll play Fire Gem. We'll grab this influence for fun. Even though we don't really need to. But it is some damage later. Like, we could trash that to do some extra damage. We also... oh, we couldn't... that's an action, right? And this is what again? Items. Okay, we keep forgetting this, but it's okay. We could buy another Fire Gem with it. If we're ever in trouble and we were like forced, you know, to get rid of a card, we could use this to grab a Fire Gem to just get rid of that. 21 damage, eh? Well, we're still gonna get Street Thug out of here. Or do I care? I don't really care about that one. But again, I don't want him to be able to buy these because he doesn't the wizard have ways of reducing the cost of... I've seen him reduce the cost of things. Yeah, this spell components. The next action you acquire this turn costs 1 less. So that means Firebomb's a 7 on that turn, and Domination is a 6. So I kind of want to get rid of this repeatable money in play just for that kind of stuff. So yeah, whatever. I think we got this one. We're okay. Enter. Oh, and we're gonna get the Storm Giant down too, so... oh, just bought the Firebomb. Either way, they could afford it, so whatever. Yeah, bad play, bad play. It's okay. Alright, let's get the big boy in play. No sacrifice. Look at all this money. Oh, what's this? Draw a card. Yeah, that's fine. Let's discard... we don't need this. Let's get rid of Ruby. Then we're going to put this guy down. We're going to draw a card off this. Okay, it's a May sacrifice. That's fine. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the knife, though. I just don't care. Where is it? Where did you do that? Going crazy? Maybe I did. I don't remember. Losing my mind. Losing my mind. Okay. Select none. What is happening here? Draw and discard. Oh, okay. But what? I don't know what's happening. Let's draw a card off this. Then let's do this. We have to discard a card because we did the whole green effect, right? So we're gonna get rid of the rot, even though it's big damage. Probably what we should do right now. We're just toying with our food now. Okay. We're definitely getting rid of this. We're 10 damage away. Yeah, we could just finish it right here either way. Because we get all the damage here. It's all good. Because we combo with the reds and yeah. So we just win. Oh, no, we don't. Sorry, we need 10 more on top of that. Yeah, what am I thinking? But we have it here with the discard, right? Like we trash, sacrifice, 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 and just win, right? Yeah. I knew we had it. I just was like, wait, yeah, we're good. Oh, look at this. Look at the fireworks show we get. I'll just leave it on the screen for a bit. How you like that, Dan Roberts? How you like that? Look at my loot and my fireworks. How's that? Oh, level up. What does this do? I want to see this part. What's it do? What's it do? Oh, here we go. Level 2, replace a card. So pilfer, acquire an item of cost 2 or gold or less for free, which we, kept sleeping on. Becomes theft, which is acquire a card, not an item, but a card of 2 costs or less for free. So remember when I thought we could have grabbed an influence or whatever? Now we can, which is pretty cool. So we'll take that. And it goes right into our next game. So you just keep playing game after game, working your way through, leveling up, and getting better. But eventually, if you lose one game, you're back to the start. I think that's how that all works. There you go. That's cool. And it saves your progress. You can have 4 save slots in the beta here. That's cool. And we don't have a turn in this, right? Yeah, it's still their turn in this game we have going. %50 win rate on stream? Yeah. But it's higher than that because I did win my first game I played yesterday. Pretty sure. Yeah, but see, it's a percent is 0% wins in here. Even though I played against the AI like two or 3 times now. No, what's happened is this person has gone back to work. They're like working right now and they're playing when they have a chance. And that's what's perfect for this app. The asynchronous play is perfect when you have like real life, right? You have your life going on and then you have a few moments to play on your phone for a bit. You take your turns and then you just, put it to sleep again, go do other stuff and come back, take your turns. You just have to play your games over 48 hours, which is nice. Even if you've got a busy life, you don't have to sit there dedicated to the app. I just wish they also had the live play available already. But that'll be coming later. Heather, yes. Is this app as good as the Star Realms app? Compared where Star Realms was in beta versus this in beta? Yeah, obviously this is better. But if you're comparing Star Realms app now that's been out for many, many, many years and has like 14 expansions, tons of revisions, graphic tweaks, improvements, but this feels exactly the same, except for this is in beta, so they're still working on this. They're still adding features. This game is not going to be released till next summer, 2022. So right now it's on Kickstarter. It's in beta. If you want to play the beta, you got to back them on Kickstarter. So, or just wait till the release. Your call. But the Kickstarter link is in the video description for anyone who joined late and wants to check it out. I'm not going to go over it again. We did that earlier in the stream. For those that showed up on time. Just kidding. But yeah, if you want more information, the link's down in the video description to read about what's available, if you back it on Kickstarter or not. Again, you can just wait. And when the app's ready and it's out, you can try it for free, as all their other apps are. And then I'm sure there's a cost to unlock the online play and the multiplayer stuff. But you can always try it later. You can also go out and spend like $20 and buy the physical game and have up to 4 players out of a box. And play the game. Very easy to learn. And play it on a small table. You can teach people in like 5 minutes and be having a blast. And I guarantee you after the first game, you clean it up, they'll say, can we play again? No one ever wants to play one game of Hero Realms or Star Realms. Once they like try it, they're like, okay, one more. Now that they start seeing what their deck can do and what cards they bought, how they work together and stuff like that, they'll want to try it again. And then the next time they play, they feel it's totally different. They see completely different cards show up in the market and they're trying to do different things. And they're like, you see the replay abilities there. And it's so easy to set up a game and play. I just love it. Love it. Again, first second, I don't know what that is, that Brass Birmingham app. I've never even played the game Brass Birmingham to know, but no, I haven't seen it. But yeah, again, I don't usually care about apps unless I play the physical games. I'm very much in the hobby to play physical games. I have other video games I play instead of playing online tabletop games. Usually I prefer that kind of stuff, unless I just only have a few minutes. I like playing like Star Realms and that stuff in the past. But yeah, I'm more about playing physically. Like I have no issue bringing out a game, setting up a game of whatever, playing it. And I have people in my house that I can play games with, so I'm kind of spoiled. But I understand not everyone has that. So sometimes playing digitally online is the way to do it. But yeah, so I do not care about the Brass Birmingham app, honestly, until I've played Brass Birmingham and care about the board game. And then even then, I might not care about the app. But with a game like Hero Realms or Star Realms, I kind of care because it's very close to it. It's quick and easy, and it's simple, and it fits really well to the app. And the interface is nice. The game looks nice. I don't know. It's weird. But I like how you can just rifle out quick games, and it has like the asynchronous stuff. Heather says, I'm back in the Kickstarter for sure. Love games like these for the kids when we go on road trips. Yes, exactly. We have the giant boxes for both games. Oh, wow. Like for Star Realms and Hero Realms, Heather? I love both too. I have a whole bunch of stuff for each of them, but I didn't get the big storage boxes, and I don't have all the expansions and stuff. But I do love using it as a game to teach non-gamers to kind of pull them into the hobby. It's a great gateway game. Star Realms or Hero Realms. Depending if the person is like a sci-fi fan or a fantasy fan, I'll use one or the other. But yeah, it's nice to get people into card games too. Kate says, yep, taught 3 people in under 10 minutes. We played for the next 3 hours. Man, I'm telling you, when I used to work in an office, I used to bring this to work. And in the computer lab, in the lunchroom, break room, whatever building I was in, I'd be like, someone's like, hey, Rob, I heard you're playing these games. Like, I love this game, love that game. And I'm like, what is this Monopoly you talk about? Let me show you a cool game. And one of the games I would always have is a little pack of Star Realms or a little box of Hero Realms in my laptop bag or, at work that I could go grab quickly. I had a copy at work and a copy at home. And I used to be able to just like, let me go grab it. Or we'd be playing at a table at lunch hour, and I'm like teaching all these non-gamers, and then people are like coming up and watching, and then they want to get in on it. But always lunch hour would end, kind of, like people will come sit down, they play one game, don't realize that like, half hour, 45 minutes have just passed. And then they're like, can we start another one? And I'm like, well, just, I don't want to get in trouble with your bosses. But that next game is going to take us another, half hour, 45 minutes. Some people were just like, I don't care, and they would stay and play. Sometimes, we'd play a little longer than we should have. Sometimes, a lot of lunch hours playing Hero Realms was fun. Or after work and stuff. Yeah, played with a lot of people. I held tournaments for Star Realms in my house. I had like 4 or 6 boxes of Star Realms at one point. They were giving them out free at conventions and stuff. So I had a whole bunch of boxes of Star Realms. I bought a whole bunch. And I ran a Star Realms tournament at my house with 8 players. We played a round robin and an elimination rounds and stuff. Spent a whole Saturday playing a Star Realms tournament at my house. Set up some foldable tables. So yeah, I was really into the game for a while there. Definitely hooked some people into the game. Definitely helped sell quite a few packs of Star Realms in person. Or the app was even a thing. But yeah, it's definitely a fun game. But yeah, some people nowadays who are in the hobby have played like more advanced deck builders or games that just incorporate deck building that are more layers and mechanics on top of it, more complexities. But sometimes it's just fun to crack out a simple deck builder and just have to worry about a little 80 card pool, and just play with what the 5 cards in front of you, what you have in your hand, and just make the best decisions on the fly and trying to play around what your opponent's doing. I love that. Sometimes it's just nice to, shave away all the complexities of the big games and go back to the the simpler games sometimes, right? Which this is great for, especially at family functions or at work and stuff with non-gamers. Like, this is that kind of game, Hero Realms or Star Realms. And then once you play the physical game, you tell them there's an app, and then it's like, then they're practicing at home, and then they come back to work the next day and they're trying to kick your butt. Yeah, true story. Love Letter, Kate, that's another one. 100%. I played that one a ton at work too before Star Realms. I used to use that one as one of the games. I had a copy at work in my drawer of my desk, and I also had a copy at home to play with my daughter and stuff. Yeah, I used to use that game too. Another great game. Super. That one's even quicker. But I found with Love Letter, after like 4 or 5 plays or like 1 hour, 2 hours of playing with people, I found they'd kind of like not be excited to play it again. But the first couple games, like the first couple hits are free. Then they kind of want to play it again and again and again. But then I found like by the second or third session, they're kind of like itching for something else, which is that's its job, right? That's its job, which is cool. Definitely a gateway. That's the definition of gateway, right? They play it till it's like, okay, I'm kind of bored of that. Like, what's the next one? That's Love Letter. That's what Love Letter was. I've never played Gloom, but we do have friends who got into the hobby. That they did go buy Gloom as one of their first games they got into. And we haven't played it with them yet, but they said it's a great game they use to teach other people, like other non-gamers, and get them into the game. But yeah, we did have friends that played. We taught Star Realms and all that kind of stuff. They went and got into the hobby, started buying games, and Gloom was one of their first games they bought. That I guess they got recommended in a video or something. But I've never played it, but Gloom is fun, but a little more preference oriented. Oh, okay, okay. Isn't that the one with like see-through cards and stuff? Doesn't have like cards laying cards over cards or something? I know the box. I remember I've seen the box at the game store. Little black and white box, right? With some red on it or something. First second saying, I love trick-taking games like Fox in the Forest. And the Drew? I know what Fox in the Forest is. Never played it though. But okay, okay. Yeah, I know what Gloom is. I just never played it. But yeah, I do want to try it. I can definitely try it at their house one time when we go over there to teach them another game. Use it as a filler or something. I'll get them to teach me a game. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be fun. First second says, this game was what eventually brought me to your channel. I was looking at deck building games and I ended up watching your playthroughs of Mage Knight. Yeah, so Mage Knight is on the full other end of the deck building menu spectrum, whatever you want to call it. That is like the complex deck building. I don't know if there's a more complex deck building game that adds on so many other things. It's a huge rule book, hard to learn, lots of ongoing things. Does anyone have a more complex, you'd say, deck building game or something around there? And from my experience, I love deck building. When I got to the hobby and I saw Mage Knight was recommended on deck building lists, and I saw what was involved with that, I got scared of it, and I didn't touch that game for years because I didn't think I'd be able to handle it. Like, it'd be too much for me. But I did work my way up to it, and yeah, I love it. Because I love deck building, and I love fantasy, I love adventure games. Mage Knight is huge, but I wouldn't, like, Hero Realms is, like, baby's first Mage Knight. Like, you know, it's like you don't know what deck building is, you barely played any tabletop games. You know, try this out. Try Hero Realms. But I can see in a few years, eventually, you'll be like, all right, I need something juicier. And Mage Knight. Michael's saying, I tend to prefer pure deck builders like Ascension or DC Deck Builder. I do want to play on the channel. One of my favorite first deck builders I played. It's not great. And it's same engine that the DC deck building game is, which I don't think is a great game. I have the Lord of the Rings deck building game that's based on that same engine. It's from that, what's that publisher? They just pump out crap. A bunch of licensed crap. I don't know who that publisher is. Who is it who publishes that game? But man, every Gen Con I go to their booth and I demo their games and it's always like, okay, they just slapped an IP on a half-finished game, it feels like. Yeah, they just make garbage. Like, pure garbage. It feels like they're just trying to cash in on IPs, but they spend no money on playtesting or design. Where is it? Oh, DC deck building game. But I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings, so I played the Lord of the Rings deck building game, and it was one of my first tabletop games. And I just loved it. I will play it on the channel in the future for fun. And you guys, we can all laugh at it, but it is fun. I have all 3 editions of it. Cryptozoic Entertainment. Yeah, Cryptozoic Entertainment. This company, I mean, they make some okay games, but man, the quality of the games, the quality of the boxes, the quality of the rule books, the quality of their game systems, their lack of playtesting. They're literally like, they'll pay for a license, slap it on something, and try to sell it and get people to buy it at a convention just by seeing the license on the box. They just peddle garbage, I feel. But I have purchased their products before. I from experience, I played their stuff at conventions. But I always go to their booth. Every year I go to their booth because they have, at Gen Con or whatever, they always have some cool IP they've bought. And I'm like, man, I love DC. And I go to their booth and I'm like, maybe they've made a second edition of the DC deck building game that's actually proper thematics designed to mechanics. And no. They're always just pumping out garbage. Oh man, where's their games? What's their highest ranked game? Let's see. How do we rank it? Wait, no. Rank. Let's go by rank. Love Letter Batman. I didn't know they had the rights to that. I thought that was an AEG game, but I guess they have the rights to it now. So that's not even really their game. Spyfall. Okay, I like Spyfall. Spyfall's cool. I've played many hours of Spyfall. Great party game with the family. DC deck building game, 805. Yeah, I'm surprised they even have games that are ranked this high. But again, Love Letter is like an AEG thing. I don't know. They just are now publishing it, I guess. Spyfall. But Spyfall is just like a reprint of a Hobby World game, right? Yeah, DC deck building game. Ugh. Spyfall 2. Love Letter Adventure Time. Ah, Love Letter Hobbit. Yeah, yeah. It's your fantasy version of Love Letter. Yeah, I don't know what these other games are, but now we're just getting into the lower numbers. Yeah, this is what we'll yeah, we'll play this on the channel at some point in the future just to show off another like true deck builder. This one I feel fits the theme more than DC deck building game does, even though they're built off that same engine. But yeah. But it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest at all. Oh man. Fun times, fun times. Oh. No, don't buy Lord of the Rings, the deck building game. Please don't. If you can find it, don't do it. But I'll still play it on stream just for fun, and we can make fun of it. Going back to my past, where I didn't know when I was doing the hobby, right? I played Star Realms, I played deck builder games, I played Thunderstone. I was like, I love deck building. I want more. And I found there's one that came out that had one of my favorite movies IP slapped on it. I don't care if it's not that great. I'm still gonna buy it and play it because I'm playing, Frodo and Gandalf and all this stuff. And it's still funny. But yeah, it's like we can have some fun with it. But Kate's saying buy Lord of the Rings LCG, that's much better. Again, apples and oranges. Apples and oranges. It is better, which I eventually got into that too. But one costs like, $30, and one's gonna cost you, I don't know, your car. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, definitely if you want a Lord of the Rings card game, definitely look at Lord of the Rings, the living card game by Fantasy Flight Games. That's where you want to go. But that's a game where you have to collect cards, build your deck before sitting down at the table. So it's a different type of game. Apples and oranges. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, Legendary. I have Legendary. We've streamed that on the channel before. Legendary's cool too. Legendary is a better superhero game for true deck building games when compared to the DC deck building game. I just wish it had the DC license. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys one thing too here. The thing I was laughing at the beginning of the stream. I don't know if it's me. Did I do it? Well, let me see. Maybe it's me. Nope. If you look closely at the Hero Realms deck building game logo in the top left, it's like they pasted the logo twice because I can see the spears like overlapping. I don't know if that's on purpose or they messed up or something, but it looks like, or maybe it's supposed to be two spears coming off of it. But it just looks weird. I don't think it shows it like that in the other logo. I think I have the other logo right here. Yeah, no. Yeah, there's just one spear. But if you look at the spear on the little logo, there's like two spears. Yeah, it's just weird. It caught my eye when I was like staring at the app earlier. I was like, something doesn't look right there. Yeah, I don't know. Quick and dirty cut and paste job by the graphic designer. Funny stuff. All right. Oh, Brian Murphy's here. Hello, Brian. Yeah, Kate says, yeah. Used car is about right for the full LCG. Exactly. Because you can't just stop after trying the core set for those LCG, cooperative LCGs. You're going to want more. You're going to want more for sure. But yeah. I'd love to play more online, but this player's not taking their turn. So, I don't know. I feel like we're showing off enough. But yeah, around 3-hour stream, I think it's okay. We're streaming again today. We're playing Madara later today. I still have to go through our cards from the last campaign episode where we reach chapter 2 and we get to unlock some cards and upgrade or spend some gold at the shop for cards for our characters in that game. So we want to try to do some of that before the stream. So I need to also set that game up still. So I can't stream for that much longer because I have to go do all that setup. But probably play one more game though. Just thought the online person would take some turns and we get to play more online. But that was fun having you guys pick what we play and trying to beat Dusto. Try another online game? Okay. Yeah, we can try that. We can do one more game. I want to just play one more game. Let's see here. So let's do a new game. You guys can see, right? Yep. So we'll just play with the thief again, I guess. Or no, let's try a new character. Let's do a new one. Who should we play as? I mean, yeah, let's not do a poll because it's like we might not even get to start the game. Dusto ran away. Let's see, sorry. Yes, excited for Madara. Let's see. Cleric? We already played the Ranger today, Brian, so we're going to do the Cleric. We'll do the Cleric. Steph wants the Cleric. First second says Cleric or Fighter. Yeah, we'll do the Cleric. We'll just keep the name. Ireth. Okay, we'll start the game. Searching for an async game. See, no one's ready. No one's waiting for a game right now. So it seems like Dusto had 2 games started and he was just waiting for an opponent. So when we started those 2 games back to back, we joined right away. We conceded this one for fun, just to test. But now we're searching. So until somebody else goes in the app today and clicks new game and searches for a game, they won't get paired up with us. Again, this is like early beta. It's not available for everyone yet. The only people who are playing in the beta, I'm assuming, are the designers, playtesters, the developers, and other press who are doing review videos or streams and stuff, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, so we might not even get an opponent. But we could just continue with our thief, leveling it up in the fighting pit or whatever. He ran when you conceded. Yeah. He thought, man, this opponent's crazy. They just concede out of nowhere and then they want to play. Oh, Heather says we have all of the content for Star and Hero Realms. One kid likes sci-fi, the other likes fantasy. That's cool. Do you mash them all together at once? Yeah, Michael, we can play an AI opponent. I just want to wait for a couple of seconds, see if we got a hit. If we have any lurkers, who are like maybe playing this online later, who have a Twitch or YouTube channel and are watching. Get in there. Start a game. Let's go. Let's go if you're watching. We'll play this again, though, online. Like I said, maybe I'll do a stream next week. We'll play some more of this early in the week before the Kickstarter's over. And yeah, maybe they'll add some updates to the app by then, because they said they're going to work on it throughout the campaign. Even though it's only 9 days, I'm sure they'll patch stuff as people are playing it, giving feedback and stuff, fixing bugs and that kind of thing. PvP gods are not with you. Yeah, I gotta wait till so after the Kickstarter is over in about a month, or mid-August, I think they said on this page, sometime in August. Then anyone who's backed the Kickstarter will also have access to this beta, and then I'll do a stream then, and you guys can challenge me in games and stuff, and we can have some fun with it. But today we're just kind of showing off, I guess, solo stuff. So that's all I can do, really. Okay. So let's go back. But you get a notification in the app. As soon as an opponent joins that game, it'll let us know if it's my turn or their turn. It'll say someone's joined your game, which is kind of cool. Go back to the pit fight. Let's do our level 2 thief fight now. Oh, we're going against a fighter. Okay, let's just play all. Let's do this kind of quick. All right, we got 2 gold and 1 attack. Death touch again? I don't know. I've got 3 1-cost cards showing up. But we have 2 gold. We can buy a fire gem. And remember, we can also acquire any card of 2 cost or less for free as a one-time effect using this theft card that we leveled up. Or we can spend the gold to just heal 3 and make our opponent discard a card. I don't know. What color should we go with here? Spark and Death Touch. Spark and Death Touch. Okay. Target opponent discards card. Death. Oh, second Death Touch. I kind of want to get both. Okay, let's just buy this one. Do we use this just grab the other one? Tax and Death? Oh, too late, too late. Yeah, I know. We've seen red played already, but I mean, it's what the deck's giving us, and I want to win. I don't want to lose and start over. We're trying to level up our character. This is serious business. Serious business. All right. We could just take taxation using this card. But then again, we're going 3 colors. Like, I don't know if we should be doing that. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take sacrifice. Or Death Touch. No, let's take taxation. I don't know. The 2 gold's nice, but we're not gonna get the heal off it. Yeah, let's not do too many colors. Let's just do the Death Touch. Oh, look at that. That was cool. All right, let's just attack. End our turn. All right, they're gonna attack us back. All right, let's play all these cards. Oh, 6 gold. Nice. All right, here we got a 6 gold. Kraka High Priest. Exhaust, 2 heal, draw a card. It sits in play. It's a champion. They don't have to attack it. It's going to be hard for them to get rid of it because it needs 6 damage on the same turn to take it out. But it's like a free card draw every turn. That's kind of cool. Or Wolf Form is dirty. 8 attack. Target opponent discards a card. Seems really good. First, second wants Wolfie. Kate says Kraka. We did Wolf Form last. I mean, that's probably the path to win, but I like the card draw. Do we have yellow cards already? Did we get any? No, right? Drawing a card is big and really hard to kill. I know. Yeah, let's go with the High Priest. Yeah, there's yellow cards here. We can help maybe make a little yellow combo go. Let's do it right now. Draw a card. All right, we got our 2 knives together. I think we sack a gold now. Then we can still buy taxation, right? So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Sack the gold. Play the rest. Buy the taxation? I don't know. We'll just combo with the heal here. We'll get lots of heal. All right, we're going to take taxation. We'll get rid of this guard. We'll hit her. Boom, boom. Okay. Okay, we're gonna play this, sack the knife. Oh, no, wait, we can sack in our discard pile, right? Oh, wait, how many knives do we have? 3? Oh, we only had 2 in the deck. That's why it confused me when I still saw that other throwing knife. I thought there was only 2 in the deck, but there's actually 3. I mean, we could just go like a race and try to just keep damaging them like crazy. So yeah, let's just get rid of this out of the discard. Draw a card first. We probably should have drew a card first, but that's okay. What do we do here? We have the green, like we have a spark, which has the whole damage combo with more green, opponent discarding cards. We have these elven curses, which feed into that engine of ripping our opponent's hand apart and just constantly doing damage. That seems good, right? Like, and we could, with our pickpocket, also feeds into that, where we can start spending gold. Like, we can start shredding the opponent's hand, right? You guys want the gift and the curse? All right, let's do that. Okay. See what we can build here. Oh, see, they've got a heal going. We need to get our damage up. All right. Let's draw. Some more heal. Yeah, we got our own little heal engine too, pal. Yeah, this is just a money turn, it looks like. Direwolf. You guys are all thinking alike. Spark is good also. Yeah, so if we want to go into the discard engine, we can definitely afford Elven Curse and a Spark right now. We got Kron the Berserker. Like, we got green cards for days here. Like, I want them all. We could go, like, the Berserker and a Spark. We could, no, we don't have that anymore, right? I don't know. Man, what do you guys think? Corn in the Spark? I like the Direwolf, though, because he's a guard. That'll help keep us alive a little longer. But, man, more card draw? Like, we're drawing cards, damaging them, and then we're making them discard cards. Like, we'll just swing it in our favor, I think. So, yeah, let's do that. Oops, Spark. Yep. All right. What am I missing on here? Oh, I may have forgot to trigger that before. The heal. The little attack. And the turn. We need to get rid of this guy because he's just getting money. Oh, that was a nice hit. All right. We got to discard a card. Oh, they're making us discard a card. Okay. No. We have in our deck. We'll probably draw into just damage, maybe not the money. Like, we could draw Elven Gift. I'm debating just getting rid of Ruby. Because I'm like hoping we draw into green combo stuff or red combo stuff. And Ruby doesn't combo. But if we're worried about getting more money on our turn, we want to keep Ruby. But I like we have the knives working together already. But they're not the greatest. I don't know. We're going to get rid of Ruby, I guess, because it doesn't combo, right? Yeah. Okay, Jan's thinking the same thing. Perfect. Okay. Alright. We may sacrifice. Yeah, sure. Let's just get rid of a gold. Oh, yeah, we should be drawing. Sacrifice again. Get rid of another gold. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Go. Yeah, throwing knives are comboing together nicely. Oh, 3 knives, okay. You may draw, then discard a card. Yeah, that's fine. So let's discard Ruby. We're just going damage, I guess, now. We're actually going to get rid of Ruby. Now, this seems weird. But we're just going to push. Wait, we do have 2 gold. No, I don't want anything. Let's do our ability. How many cards they have? -2 cards they're getting? 3 card turn. Let's see what they got. Yeah, nothing. Okay, we're gonna be able to take 2 cards. I'm gonna start using my ability every turn. So I think we're gonna be able to get at least 2 cards out of hand, but we're gonna get some draw too. No, see, that's crap. All right, let's go back this one. Play this guy. Draw a card. Okay. Let's do. Yeah, like it hasn't dealt with the High Priest the whole game. Like we're getting heal, we're getting card draw. Like it's crazy. That's such a value play there. It's been working out good. We probably should just attack directly, but so they're losing 3 cards this turn. I'm gonna 2-card turn unless they have some draw. Whoops. Oh, we can buy stuff? Don't care. Let's leave that garbage for them to purchase from. So we can afford the curse, which I don't think we'll ever have enough gold to do that, but that's fine. Alright, now we'll be able to buy the Elven Curse. Yeah, I knew we'd get it eventually, but that's okay. Let's draw. Go like this. This. And we'll get Elven Curse. Sacrifice. No, we don't. I think we can start getting rid of the knives, right? We need to. Like, they're comboing good, right? But we could get green cards together more. Yeah, let's just get rid of them. No, but we might not have enough damage right now, right? Yeah, let's not. Let's not. I'm not counting it, but I probably should be. Yeah, we can just kill him right now. Boom. You suck. More fireworks. We win! Let's level up. The whole reason we play. Get better. Get the loot! Oh, that gives us up a level. We're not going to talk how we're playing on easy right now, though. Alright, so level 3, replace a card. I thought we would get options. But maybe they haven't added all that stuff in yet. I don't know. But replace a card. Unless there's somewhere I should be clicking. Seems like it's just happening, though. Theft. Acquire a card of cost 2 or less is going to be turned into Heist, which is another once per game effect. Acquire a card from an opponent's discard pile by paying its cost. You may not use this ability on cards without a printed cost or during your first or second turn. So you can't steal any of their starter cards. That's kind of neat. So they buy a big card that you're like, man, I need that card. That would be great for my engine. They buy a big card, you save up for it later, and you steal it back, and it works better with your deck. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot. Dirty. Alright, that's cool. Alright, we're going to leave it there for today. We can continue this more later. A future live stream. Hopefully we can play against some of you guys soon. In August. But we'll probably play this game again once more before the Kickstarter ends. So make sure you subscribe. 66% win rate. On stream. Official. But yeah, so yeah, we'll play this game again. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you do not miss when we go live. I did put a playlist link down in the video description. So if you're watching this later, and I schedule another live stream or videos in the future playing Hero Realms, the digital version of the game, that will be all in the same playlist. So you can just go find those videos there, or future streams and set reminders for them. But yeah, the easiest way is subscribe, find your way back using that. Then you'll see anytime I schedule a live stream, you'll see it in there. But yeah, if you're interested in any other tabletop gaming playthroughs or other digital tabletop games and you're new here, check out the playlist section. Or, you know, stay tuned to the channel. We play lots of different tabletop games live, you know, some complex games, some dungeon crawling games, adventure games, legacy games. You know, the rabbit hole goes deep with this hobby. So if you're, you know, you just found this app in the Android app store or something in the future and you're like, what is this? And you came here, you know, you watch this. Yeah, the hobby, it gets deep. This is just the top layer. But yeah. So welcome. But anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. And also leave any comments down below if there's anything that happens or you noticed or something I missed that maybe I didn't understand correctly with the app. But yeah, I hope to stream again, and I hope we can play against some of you guys in August who backed the Kickstarter. We can get some, games going on stream for fun. You guys can see my hand and all that stuff. We'll just well, you can come and kick my butt in the game. It'll be great. But yeah, it looks solid. I don't know what else to say other than this is. You could tell it's built off the foundation of Star Realms. It's an award-winning game. Their app, everyone loves it. Still very popular. Tournaments, expansions, all this stuff still going years and years later. So I mean, it makes sense. Hero Realms is a very similar game. And they've already, have learned from the existing app development. So I don't see why this one's not going to be just as polished, just as well done. So I have faith in it for sure. So if you're interested, the Kickstarter link's down in the video description. But again, if you don't want to back the Kickstarter, you don't want to spend the money now, or you don't trust it, that's fine. The game will come out eventually next summer, and you can try it for free. And if you like what you see, then you can, pay to unlock the online, the multiplayer, and then eventually they add cosmetic stuff to the game, tournaments to the game, downloadable content to the game. So you can add to your card pool different game modes and all that kind of stuff will come out later. Most of that stuff costs money. But you can always just play for free once you spend the one-time fee to unlock the full game. Usually you can play online all you want for free after that. If you're just playing casually. So that's pretty cool. Janet's saying, how does the epic rank with you between Star Realms and Hero Realms? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. For a second, why I have 5 dislikes. I don't know. Maybe because some Cryptozoic Entertainment employees are watching or fans. I don't know. Or again, they don't like me streaming the game. I don't know. Some people came here and don't like what they see. All good. That's great. They came, they watched, they voted. It's all good. It's all good. All good. All good. And yes, for a second, agreed. Like I said at the beginning of the stream too. If you're looking for a way to play Star Realms on the toilet, or Hero Realms or Star Realms, the best way to do it is digitally. I've tried with the cards, but finding a place to put all the cards and shuffling and all, it becomes difficult. So the best way to do it is on your phone with an app. But yeah. Now we were just talking crappy about some Cryptozoic games earlier and the publisher. Just all my experiences with the games I bought from them are just like not great. We were talking about other companies that make deck building games at the time. Well, yeah, if you see Cryptozoic Entertainment on the box, it's probably not going to be a quality game, just FYI. Yeah. At least from my experience. It's my opinion. That's just my opinion. They might be your favorite games, but just my opinion. There's better stuff out there. But take my opinion with a grain of salt. But yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to set up for the next stream. So we're back again live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So in like 3.5-ish hours, we're back playing Madara, a giant, complex, epic dungeon crawl game. And then we're back tomorrow playing more Arkham Horror, the living card game. So if you're looking for a physical card game with that, the HP Lovecraft Cthulhu Mythos theme, that's what we're playing also on the channel. We play a bunch of that. And then maybe we got a stream on Friday. Might go back and check out that VR Demio game again. I found a way to make the footage more stabilized and not so shaky. So in our stream last Friday, it was pretty shaky. It was my first time streaming VR. It wasn't the most pleasant experience to watch, but I was learning. It was definitely an experiment, but I've been doing research all week trying to figure it out. So I found a way to make the footage you guys are watching stabilized, not so shaky with my head movements and stuff. So I'm probably going to stream some more of that, more stable on Friday. If I can get it working, we'll see. But if not, that'll be in the future. And then we're back on the weekend playing more Madara and more Arkham Horror. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.